The following podcast is recommended for mature audiences only. The following podcast is recommended for adults only. Maturity is not a requirement.
Hello and welcome to episode 23 of Dear Download, a podcast where we get to share our most intimate and treasured memories of Download Festival. We'll talk about each year, the bands we saw, the bands we missed, and everything else noteworthy that happened across the weekend. Also, we'll touch upon any news, other festivals, and the music industry past, present and future. Now this week we're talking about every band that's going to be playing on the Sunday at Download this year, 2022, and the last one has been a lot of fun, talking about all of them, talking about all of the bands that are playing, so this one should be just as fun. So, I'm Adam here with Simon. How you doing, man?
Hello, Sire, how are thou?
Good. What's going on, man? What's going on with you? Are you excited for Download? You getting hyped?
Oh, so hyped, dude. So hyped. Yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm literally buzzing. I can't stop talking about it. I have to stop myself talking about it to people. I talk about people at work that really don't give an absolute crap about it. I keep talking about the weather. Keep saying, yes, it's so rainy for the next 2 weeks. That bodes well for Download. And people are looking at me at work like, what the hell is this guy talking about? I couldn't care less. Yeah, all my friends are like in a group that are coming. And every day I put, like today I put 21 days. Yesterday I put 22 days. And I'm just trying to get everyone as pumped as possible. Not that I need to, but yeah. I think that the hype and everyone else that I've spoken to, like other people that I watch on YouTube, and I've spoken to those guys, and I think everyone is just like so excited. Like, oh man, it's going to feel so amazing when people are there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know? I don't know what's happened, man. I might get there and get emotional or something. It's getting that bad now. I'm like, fucking hell, man. I'm going to get there and start crying or something. Like the raw emotion's going to like come over me. And I haven't cried since 2010. So
nice.
That would be quite a feat for it to make me cry.
Yeah. So it's like you said, 3 weeks at the time of recording this. It's just going to fly by in no time at all. And it's interesting you mentioned the weather, actually, because I was going to talk about that last week, actually, and then we got sidetracked and started talking about something else. But I've noticed, so Kelly's birthday is on the 28th of May, and I think pretty much since the whole time we've been together, the weather is absolutely amazing for the 2 weeks before her birthday, which is like a couple days ago, well, from a couple days ago, and the weather's been pretty shit. So it's like
it really has.
Yeah, so it's like a different weather cycle. So
yes!
I'm not saying that means it's definitely going to be sunny, but it was all like it's like it was really hot for a while, and then it was just like, nah, we've given you too much heat. We need to have some rain in at the beginning of June. So
see, rain at the beginning's fine because you kind of don't want the ground to be that shitty. So because no one's walking on it, so it can rain for like 2 weeks up to Download. That's fine. It's just like 4 or 5 days before Download, it has to start getting nice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't be good. And like you said, if it's always nice in the 28th of May, by the time Download comes around, it's either back to being shit or it's just turning.
Yeah.
So it is like really weird. It's really strange just where we live in the world, isn't it? Like Americans know exactly what weather they're going to get pretty much when they have their festivals. It's always going to be sunny in certain states. But just where we are, the weather's just fucking unpredictable.
Yeah.
Every year is completely different.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But so you've heard it here first. I'm predicting that it's going to be scorching every day, and you've already heard my prediction. Next year is going to be 4 days of bands as well. So this is where it's at. This is where you'll find the totally
all the Download
true
predictions
that are going to be.
If it pisses down the whole time now, if we have another 2016, you can all blame Adam. There you go.
Yeah.
He's jinxed it.
Cool. I can't remember what else you said then, but we should probably do this a bit shorter again. But what about the last couple of weeks? How have you been the last couple of weeks, mate?
Yeah, good. just getting all my stuff together for download.
Yeah,
just
nothing.
got some stuff out the loft. Got some stuff out the loft. Made sure I had some stuff. Bought a couple of extra things that had either broken or needed replacing. I've had these things for quite a long time now, so it was kind of coming around to a new cycle of some stuff. So like lanterns and chairs and
Yeah.
just the little things that you use a lot at festivals.
Have you tried your new chair yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, really cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think my brother's going to get the same one, so I told him it's awesome. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I've pretty much got everything. The only thing we don't have is an airbed, because we got this futon in here. We had an airbed when people stayed over.
Yeah.
But the cats kept popping them.
Oh, no.
They kept one claw thing, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's done. So the only thing I haven't bought that I really need is an airbed, and there you can pick them up for like 20 quid.
Yeah.
You only use it for download, so it doesn't really matter. What about you? Are you loaded up, or is there anything that you need?
I bought some beer for it, but then I drank the beer, and so I don't.
I was going to say, why would you buy it so far away?
It was an offer. I was in Morrison's, and it was like 2 crates of 18 for 20 quid, and I thought that's the cheapest I've seen it for a long time. So I picked both up and drank both.
It's like when I see all these download shopping vlogs, and they do them like 3 or 4 weeks before, and it's like, yeah, all that food you just bought and all that booze, you're just gonna have to buy it again.
Yeah.
Like, don't go shopping for download a month before, because it's pointless.
Yeah. But yeah.
We go the night before.
Do you? Huh.
Yeah. Why would I shop before that?
Oh, yeah. I remember last year, because you didn't we record? And you said you had to do your shop and then do your vlog until the early hours of the morning to get it out.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, because those shopping vlogs are like what's the highest views you can get for download videos. So doing a shopping vlog is a big, like, yes, you have to kind of do it. So
Nice.
I don't need anything. So it's going to be me walking around going, that's nice.
That's nice.
I'm going to buy
That's
it. But
nice.
no one will know. I'll do the video so it looks like I'm buying shit, but I won't be. I've got everything I need. But yeah, on the night before, we'll go and just buy like snacks and booze and, shit like that. But I said this before, with the co-op there, you don't need to bring loads of crap with you anymore. You don't need to take in crates and crates of beer and struggle. Bring a couple of crates.
Yeah.
If you run out, just go to the co-op and buy more.
Yeah, that co-op.
They've
really
made
is a
it so
godsend.
easy now. It really is. Yeah, it really is amazing.
Yeah.
So one of the best things Download have done in a long time is made that like a permanent stay. And I bet co-op have been more than happy to do that, because they must have made a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely.
From it. Yeah. I'm buzzing. I can't. It's weird to think that I can't wait to be in a co-op, but I really can't wait to be in Donington co-op.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting, because it's obviously going to be on the concrete as well this year. It's just so much to look forward to, and but there's been so much announced recently as well. Or just today they announced that the Friday is going to be the fancy dress is going to be new metal, which is amazing. But all of that stuff we're going to go over next episode. So the next episode, I mean, is only going to be a few days before the festival.
Well, we're going to give our sort of stance and our sort of update on all of the stuff and what we think, and we're going to go through the map and the changes, because there is so much that's happened to Download with all the changes. Plus, hopefully, by the time we do that episode, we'll have the detailed map, which will give us even more to talk about, because that normally comes out a couple of weeks before. So hopefully that comes out, and then me and Ad can look at it and we can point out, specifically where things are and talk about what's there. So yeah, next episode we got a hell of a lot to get through.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
But yeah, I think because these 3 episodes we've had a hell of a lot to get through as well. We just haven't had time to go through all the extra stuff that they're announcing around all of these bands as well. So and we obviously haven't talked about the Doghouse and what's going on in there. So we'll get to that. Before we carry on, actually, I just want to say to anybody who may be new here, I have noticed we've had a lot of people listening to our first episode recently.
Wow.
And so I hope you've managed to catch up. Welcome if you are new. I know, Simon, you've actually put a little clip at the beginning of your YouTube, haven't you?
I have indeed, yeah. So if you've found this podcast from my little thing from my YouTube, welcome. Thanks for watching my videos, and thank you for coming over for the podcast. We are loving it.
And if you're not, Simon's videos are awesome. I'm not caught up. I haven't watched the most recent one yet, but
why haven't you watched my videos? Do you know what I mean?
was not expecting that reaction.
Is this the guy I'm doing the podcast with? A guy that doesn't even watch his friends' videos? Is this who I'm doing it with?
I've watched all of the other ones.
Oh, good. No, I'm only joking.
I know you are. But,
but yeah.
Oh, shit.
But yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what to say to
that. But yeah, if you like this, I do have a YouTube channel. It's a lot of the same stuff, but it's just got me. So this is probably better because it's got Adam as well.
Got me as well. But yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, if you haven't come from Simon's YouTubes, go over and watch them because they're really cool. I mean, it's helping to build a lot of hype at the moment as well. I've noticed you're doing pretty well over there, actually, better than a lot of other people, a lot of other vloggers, I would say, I've seen.
Yeah. I've been really happy with a lot of people have subscribed, a lot of people have been watching the videos, a lot of interaction, which is the best bit. Loads of messages, talking about download. Yeah, it's great. It's wicked, and I'm glad that a few people have come over to the podcast, which is awesome because it's good. People just want more info, don't they? I mean, we all want to be download nerds or whatever, and it's nice to help out people as well that have never been to a festival before. A lot of the comments I get on the page are, "Oh, this is my first festival," or "I haven't been there. Thanks for the video. This really helps," because it's incredible how much festival knowledge you can pick up after going to one for so long that the first time you go, you would have absolutely no idea about. And I said this on one of the intros to my videos. I said, I wish there were people making these kinds of videos when I was first going.
Yeah, I've seen that
because
one.
I would have learned so much. And I would have been like, oh, cool, I won't do that. I'll do that. I'll bring that. That'll help me out. So yeah, it is cool to have that. And I've watched a ton of other people's stuff on there as well. Dillcam, his stuff's really good. Dylan, he's a great guy as well. Go and check out his stuff. Robert J. Palmer, he's awesome. Really nice guy as well. There's loads of awesome download and festival YouTubers. So just Google it or put it into YouTube and you'll find a load of awesome stuff. I literally spend my entire 3 months up to download just watching people's vlogs, people's shopping videos, everything, just to get me more pumped.
Yeah, you should do some crossover. You should message them and say, look, we'll do a crossover.
Yeah, I have said that before. I think I have been in one of the Dylan's videos before. I think he asked me to do a little clip. I was in one. Yeah.
Well, was that at the festival? Did he see it? Did he see you at the festival? Or just messaged
No, he
you?
didn't see me at one. Just messaged me. I've been messaging him. There's another guy called Ben as well that does loads of vlogs. Been messaging him. It's nice to talk to people that you've been watching for years, which is quite weird.
Yeah.
And then you chat to them. But it'd be nice to see them as well at the festival and have a chat and that.
Yeah.
It's a good community.
So, yeah, definitely. I was going to say the other one we should mention is Chidsvids or Chidvids.
Yeah, that's Ben.
Oh, it's Ben, is it? Okay, cool. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's Ben. Sorry.
So yeah, I don't know if you remember right at the beginning of this podcast, I said, I'm gonna try and watch as much as I can. I'd never really paid attention to any vlogs or podcasts or even just about music, like interviews or whatever before. And so I said, I'm going to try and watch as much as I can. And I watched, I think, most of Chidvid's ones. And then it was really cool when he sent us a voice clip. So if you are new to the show and you haven't heard yet, we have been asking for you to send us a voice clip or a message just telling us what you love about Download Festival, and we'll include the voice clip in an episode that we'll release the morning of Download, just like a bonus episode. It won't be too long. And and Ben sent one. It's really cool. I was going to do this little chat just before playing it, but now it's come up. I couldn't not say it because we're talking about other vloggers. But yeah, it's cool. It's really cool stuff. Do you know if he's going this year?
He said he's still thinking about it.
Okay.
But he said most likely he's probably... He will be listening to this as well. I think he said to me he's probably going to wait till the last minute and then get one. So
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I hope he does come. I said to him, he'd done a little poll on his Instagram to say, should I go to Download?
Yeah.
I think it was like 100% for like, yes, just go. Like,
Awesome.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, Ben, yeah, come. Definitely come.
Yes.
I asked Matt from Nevermind Polly. He said he's not coming, but yeah, if you're listening and you're a vlogger, let us know. Are you coming? We'll have to have a meet up. I think we said that sarcastically a couple of weeks back, didn't we? We'll meet up and
Yeah.
people walk past and not know who we are. But no, it would be cool to meet everybody else who's doing this kind of thing as well. Definitely.
Yeah, that would be great. Have like a vlog YouTuber / podcast meetup.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Well, yeah.
Have
The
a few
reason why I
drinks.
said it was because like you have like I've noticed from the things my kids watch, there's like YouTube awards and YouTube meetups. Like all of the kids channels all go and meet up and they record videos while they're there. So yeah, we should do the same. We should be kids again and go and record a load of stuff. But also,
Let's do it, man.
another thing I've thought about recently actually is a lot of YouTubers do sort of have a fake rivalry or something like that as well, don't they? Have you seen people do that?
Yeah, to boost their it's the classic Blair Oasis thing.
Okay. Yeah.
They didn't not like each other at all. It was all drummed up in the media by the record companies to sell more records.
Yeah.
And what did it do? Sell a shitload of records.
Yeah.
That's what it done.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all made up.
Yeah,
Man.
I would have gone
It's
with
all
Currys and Comet.
fabricated.
But
Oh, the old age rival. Comet. No one knows what. No one this note remembers Comet.
well, yeah, but they were the same company, weren't they? But you'd often find them
Were
next
they?
to each other. Yeah, they were the same company,
didn't know.
just pretending to be competition, so they
Ah,
wouldn't
well,
go
there
to
you go.
anyone else.
Look at that.
But well, I think so. Anyway, I could be wrong with saying that now. Because you're usually quite a bit more intelligent than I am with these sort of things. So I
I
could
don't
be
know
wrong.
about that one, mate. I don't know about that one.
But I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought I'm surprised that bands don't do this more. Like just write a song about each other. Maybe they do.
Yeah, that's true.
But how that would like it's all about hype, isn't it? It's all about gaining hype. And if the band you like do a parody song for another band, and they do one back, it just people share it. And another thing for you to do when you're in a
There's been a few bands that have done. There's a few bands that have done that before.
Okay.
Godsmack done a song "Crying Like a Bitch." That was about Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good song
Didn't know
actually.
that. Yeah.
There's loads of little things that happen on that. I mean, I was smelling a rat with this whole Slipknot Machine Gun Kelly thing.
Yeah.
I started to smell a rat then because I'm like, yeah, this is adding loads of plays to these two people, no matter whether you love them or hate them. I smell a rat here. I smell some intervention, you know. And most of the time, I think it is. It's just record companies trying to spread the hype. If you're having an argument with someone, you get hype. It's like we say before, like Kanye West.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a mentalist, but he has the fucking best marketing team in the entire world, because the more crazy stuff he does, or the more crazy things he says, the more listens he gets, which means the more money he gets. It's just ludicrous. Some of these people that help out they're really clever with the way they do it, you know?
Yeah, I'm not really too aware of much of the stuff that he's done.
He's just a mentalist.
Just a mentalist.
I think he is. Yeah, he is a great. I like a lot of his stuff. He's very, very good. But yeah, I think a lot of it is you're doing it just to get more listens.
Yeah.
But hey ho, that's the business.
Yeah.
Got to play the game sometimes.
Play the game. Yeah.
Got to play the game.
Cool. Well, after that very surprising long intro that was meant to be short,
Keep it short. Keep it short.
we should probably. I mean, I don't actually have any news. Do you have any news?
I just want to give a quick shout out to 3 albums that came out recently that I really like.
Okay.
This is the news. We've got news coming for you now. Just shut up. The news is going to come now. This is the news. Okay, so 3 Days Grace released their new album, Explosions. It's very good.
Cool.
I like it. I haven't listened. These 3, I haven't listened to them enough. I listened to them both probably once or twice, but I really like them. Fozzy released Boombox, which is really good. And Puppy released Pure Evil, which is really good.
Awesome. What about My Chemical Romance. They've released new music, haven't they?
Oh, I have not listened to it yet.
No, my intention was to listen to it before this, and then I forgot to.
I'll tell you next time.
Cool. Yeah.
There's a few other things that came out that I've just been so busy at work, studying, doing this. I've been doing demos for a band. It's been a busy week.
Other news wise, I don't think I really have much. I thought of something a second ago. I don't really have much news, but you again you reminded me of something I was going to say, and then I just got sidetracked about shout outs. We've had you said that you've had a lot of interaction on YouTube. We've had a lot of awesome interaction about this as well recently on Reddit, on Facebook. I posted a few things up. I don't have a list of names in front of me, but I'm sure you know who you are if you're listening. If you reached out to us, just saying how much you like the show, it's fucking awesome. You know, it's so nice to hear that sort of thing. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
It is great.
Yeah,
really cool. We're always happy when people listen, but it's nice that people are just saying, "Oh, I like it," and I'm like, "Yeah, awesome."
Yeah,
because we're having a blast, and even if no one was listening, we'd still be having a blast. But people actually are listening, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously that was the whole intention when we started, is to get as many people listening as we can. But then when it actually happens, oh shit, I don't know what to say. Thank you, really like that. And it's not overwhelming, but it's a bit pressuring. Then it's like, oh, it's proof that people are listening to you.
Now we have to be good.
Yeah,
because people are listening. It's fine. We're crap, but we get away with it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. So, just before we go into it, just a quick reminder: we want to hear from you, and we'll put it in the episode. We've said it a few times. Don't need to go into too much detail. Send us whatever you want. Tell us how much you love Download, who you're looking forward to, etc., etc. You can send it to our email address, which is deardownload2003@gmail.com. That's 2003. Or send it to either our Facebook or Instagram. We're on there all the time. If you do it through their own app, which another person did recently, I think, as far as I'm aware, the time limit is a minute, and you have to. I think once you press the microphone thing down, then record, and then when you lift your thumb up, it sends it. So you have to be confident enough to do it in one take. As far as I'm aware. I
think you still have to press send.
Oh, do you?
You press it, it records, you let go, and then you can play it back. But if you press send, that's it. It's gone.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, either of those. If you're not following us on Facebook or Instagram, we'd love to see you over there and just help build this community that we're trying to build. It'd be awesome. So, Simon, shall we start talking about the bands that are playing on the Sunday?
Let's do it, man. Let's talk about Sunday, the day when I'm going to be extremely hungover.
How come? What? I thought you went crazy on the Wednesday, Thursday, and then backed off.
Yeah, but the thing is, it'll be the night after Maiden.
Okay.
I'll be excited. I'll be I'll be in that perfect happy space. It's still the Saturday. It's not the Sunday. There's still a little bit of Download to go. It's the last night, really, when you can get absolutely twatted. I'll probably get too excited, start telling everyone I love them, start dancing, and then I'll wake up on Sunday and be like, awesome, another day of music. No matter how hungover I am, I will still enjoy myself. But I can guarantee you I'll be hungover by Sunday.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's fine by me. I was just curious. Well, while we're here, sorry, just one quick question. Do you normally leave Sunday night or Monday morning?
I normally leave Sunday night.
Okay.
But it depends how much fun I'm having.
Right. Okay.
If the weather's really bad, then I normally leave straight after the headliner, pack all my stuff in the day, then go to the arena, spend all day in the arena, then go straight to the car.
Yeah.
It really depends on what most of the group want to do, because we're going, about 15, 16 of us this time. It's kind of if everyone says we're all staying, then I'll stay.
Yeah.
If everyone says we're all going, then I'll go. So it really depends on what the group consensus is.
Cool.
So
okay.
I'll base it on that, I think.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely want to watch To the Last Note of Biffy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll definitely be there the whole time for the headliner, no matter what.
Cool. Yeah, I was just curious. I thought about that a few times recently. I didn't already know, so thought I'd ask. Well, let's call Ronnie in to help us with talking about these bands that are playing on Sunday then.
Go on, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, come on.
Ronnie.
Come on.
Symphony Download!
Thank you, Ronnie. So yeah, the Sunday is there's a Sunday. Don't.
The Sunday
It's
is a Sunday. Yeah, I gathered that. I gathered that. Yeah.
Oh dear.
You sound like me on the Sunday at Download. Sunday is a Sunday. Yes. Are you hungover?
No, I'm fine. So yeah, the Sunday. If you're if it's the first episode you've listened to, or you haven't listened to the other two that we did about Friday and Saturday, what we do is we'll talk about every band that's playing, starting from the bottom of the poster going up. I've taken the little blurb from Download's website about what they say about the bands. We've I noticed that the majority of those are taken from their Spotify, if anybody was curious. Again, there's a few on this one that don't have a write-up, so we'll have to come up with something for them. And so yeah, I'll read that a little bit. I'll say roughly how many listeners they have on Spotify, and then Simon will go into a little bit about what kind of band they are, what he thinks, and if you should go and listen to them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cool.
This is a good setup, bro.
Definitely, yeah. And I'll also go over some changes from the 2020 and 2021 lineup as well. There were quite a lot on some of these, so could be interesting.
Okay, awesome, dude.
Dogtooth stage. The first band opening on the Dogtooth stage on the Sunday are the Ingester, unless I've got it wrong. First note again.
No, I believe that is correct.
Cool.
Yes.
They have 1,001 listeners. How the Ingester, an anonymous clown horde was born is a story the band will tell. The likes of Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson, FNM, is that Faith No More?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson was just MM, I assume, as Marilyn Manson. And Mr. Bungle have played a part in shaping who they are. Under their previous personas, the Ingester have played some of metal's biggest stages. This moulded them into what they have become. Launching in 2019, the band's music is a metallic mix of horror, theatre, and tales of all mankind. On Halloween of 2019, the band released their debut music in Introducing the Ingester, and their debut video for Apophenia and Knife Blower to all major platforms. The Ingester are now stepping out of the shadows, masked and armed with explosive new material, bringing their musical nightmare to life. That was a nice one. I like that one.
Yeah, it's a good write-up. Did you listen to them?
I have listened to them. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did listen to them like once over the last couple of weeks, probably only a couple of days ago, but I cannot remember what they're like at all.
Okay, well, I've got down, I've got it down as industrial clown metal.
Okay.
I thought they had bits of, I put Faith No More, which is weird, bits of Faith No More, Ghost, and Mushroom Head I got from there. I thought, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool look. It's different. They use really weird, like, circus sounds and clown sounds and all sorts of shit in there. It's pretty wild. I think some people would really dig it, especially if you like any of that sort of, Mushroom Head, Slipknot, Manson, any of that kind of stuff. But I thought there was definitely a sort of a Mike Patton Faith No More vibe to his voice, which I quite liked because I'm a huge Faith No More fan. So
yeah,
I will probably give them another listen a bit more thoroughly.
Awesome.
But yeah, awesome. It'll be it's a cool way to open up, bit of a different way to open up the small stage. So it might be really cool.
Yeah.
To catch them. If one of my favourite new bands wasn't opening the other stage, I would go and see them.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah,
we'll get to that stage.
We'll get to them as well.
Yeah. So yeah, for me it's a similar story to the last episode. I was trying to listen to the playlist that I made on Spotify while I was at work. I drive, just delivering parcels for a living. If you're new to the show, so sometimes it would take me like 4 or 5 hours to get through one of these 1 hour playlists. I'll be driving for 20 seconds at a time, and I sort of press play and then have to stop it again when I got out. So I couldn't put as much effort and time and effort, really, I guess, into listening and keeping note of who the bands were for this, I'm afraid. So it will be mostly Simon's reviews, and for the third episode in a row, heavy lifting. You just been to the gym, haven't you? So you should be fine.
Yeah, I'm already sweaty. I'm going to be sweaty after this as well.
Awesome. Okay, let's go on to next one up. Then is the Velveteers with almost 42,000 listeners. Thundering out of the mountains of Colorado, the Velveteers strip rock and roll back to its most primal elements: the riff, the rhythm, the snarl, and rebuild it in their own image. On their long-awaited debut album, the Dan Auerbach produced Nightmare Daydream, two drummers on a conjoined set pound out heavy beats behind a guitar hero with the unbridled charisma of Elvis, the experimental taste of St. Vincent, the exhortative strut of T-Rex, and the witchy swagger of Stevie Nicks. Some of these are quite hard to read. They got words.
Yeah, they don't write them great, do they?
Yeah, well, it's just they talk about like the albums they've done, and it's words that you have never read together, and it's just difficult.
It was good. Old school sort of 70s rock stuff. Singer has a great voice. And yeah, I got Stevie Nicks vibes. There was, just a little bit of 70s pop rock and rock in there. But it was good. I could see why people would like it a lot. That's all I've got to say.
Nice. Anchor Lane. They have 1,500 listeners. UK rock band Anchor Lane released their eagerly anticipated debut album Casino at the end of January 2020, which went straight into the official UK rock and metal albums chart at number 9, scoring the band their first top 10. Reaching top 20 in the official Scottish albums chart and top 50 in the official UK independent albums chart. Casino also features tracks co-written by Anchor Lane and Ricky Warwick from Black Star Riders, Thin Lizzy, The Almighty, while the full album was produced by Toby Jepson from Wayward Sons and Little Angels. I'm really enjoying Wayward Sons again.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Anchor Lane have built a reputation as a thrilling and dynamic live act. After coming to the public's attention with their stunning debut EP, New Beginning, the band toured incessantly, securing notable guest spots with Cheap Trick, Eagles of Death Metal, and Tremonti. For fans of Audioslave, Soundgarden, Thin Lizzy, Alter Bridge, and Royal Blood.
Yeah, that's weird that they said Alter Bridge, because I literally got Miles Kennedy vibes from his voice.
Well, it's not weird. You're good at this. We've done 3 bands so far, and you have linked them.
I swear as well,
bands.
I've not read any of these write-ups on the bands. These are just my thoughts of what. I'm not trying to sound like I'm some sort of cocky arsehole that gets everything right, but I did hear Miles Kennedy vibes in his voice, so yeah. I'm glad I picked up on that. And I put good standard rock, but good stuff. That's it.
Cool. The next one is Bimini, or Bimini.
I thought it was Bimini.
Bimini, I think, yeah.
Bimini, I think. Yeah.
With, this is crazy. So it's 19,500 monthly listeners. This is the one I thought of last week when we were talking about somebody. Bimini is a British drag queen, author and model based in East London. They are best known for competing on the second series of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, where they placed as a runner-up. Bimini studied a degree in Bimini studied. It's alliteration. It's 2 D's very close together, and my mouth is stupid because I got big teeth. So I struggle to get the D in the. Bimini studied 3 D's even. Bimini studied a degree in journalism. Bugger me.
Jesus.
Journalism before entering into the world as an artist, mixing music, performance, fashion, and activism through their work. Bimini has also recently become a published author to their first book, Release the Beast. Bimini has been vegan for 7 years. Now, Bimini only had 2 songs on Spotify.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it
had a hell of a lot of
plays. It was
plays.
the same song, but they also have 19,500 listeners a month, which is crazy.
Yeah, but that drag race show is really popular.
Yeah.
So would have got a lot from just that. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was awesome. I was actually laughing because the song was really funny.
Yeah.
I quite liked it.
I thought it was quite good. I think I didn't really pick up on a lot of it for my first listen, which was a few weeks back now. But yeah, I heard it again a few days ago. I was like, this is quite good.
It reminded me of, that comedy guy, Cunt and the Gang.
Yeah. Okay.
It reminded me a lot of that because it was kind of like talking, singing. It was funny. I liked it.
Yeah.
I really did. I enjoyed it. And, this sort of stuff. I mean, literally, I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but in Cheltenham alone, we have a venue called the Frog and Fiddle, which is like our venue.
Okay.
I've been told the two things that sell out quickest are wrestling shows and drag shows.
Okay.
Sell out within minutes.
Yeah.
And drag is such a huge thing now, so I could see why they're so popular.
Yeah.
Because people just love drag. It's just great.
Yeah.
They just love it. Literally love it. So, it's cool, man. I like that. Something a bit different. Something that could possibly be quite funny. It'd probably be good to go for a laugh.
Yeah.
Because they sound like they're ready to, just make everyone laugh and have a good time. So I think that might be quite interesting to actually go to. If nothing else is on at the time, I will go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will go.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll join you if there's nothing else that I want to do on.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
Foxjaw, with 24,000 listeners, the endlessly mercurial maverick Bristolian quartet Foxjaw have begun making waves in the UK underground rock scene and released their acclaimed debut album Royal Swan in July 2020. They have received solid support from Kerrang, Metal Hammer, Dan P. Carter's BBC Radio 1 rock show, Total Guitar Magazine, and more has earmarked this band as ones to watch, and rightly so. I think I listened to them. I don't think I was too big a fan. It was like slow Britpoppy kind of stuff, if I remember correctly.
Wrong band.
Okay.
This is like like chilled out rock, bit of shoegaze in there,
Shoegaze.
bit of prog.
You never told me any bands.
I'll send you
to
some. I'll send you some shoegaze. Sorry, I'll send you some shoegaze. Don't worry. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought they sounded like a cross between Blossoms and My Morning Jacket, like proggy, shoegazy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also reminded me of one of my other favourite small British bands called Gold Key, who I absolutely love. So yes, I will start listening to this band properly. So if you like any proggy, chilled out rock, shoegaze kind of stuff, or if you like Blossoms, My Morning Jacket, or Gold Key, I think you'll definitely enjoy this band. So I'm going to start listening to them properly. They really, I think they might have won a fan over. So yeah,
cool.
I'll check them out. I don't think anyone else is playing, looking at the lineup at the same time, but until we get the times, I don't know. But if not, I will be at Foxjaw.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I tried checking them out ages ago because the other Download podcast, one of the guys talks about Foxjaw and a band called 12 Foot Ninja a lot.
Yes. Oh, they're awesome.
I never checked out them. I checked out Foxjaw, but yeah, I don't think I was a fan. But yeah, next up is, that bothers me, Modern Error with 110,000. Fuck's sake, hang on. So, do you watch the Eurovision?
No, I don't think I've watched Eurovision since, I don't know, mid-90s.
Yeah, okay.
I don't. Eurovision does nothing for me.
Yeah,
it's not. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah,
it's kind of like I didn't watch Britain's Got Talent.
Nah.
I didn't watch the singing ones. Any of that. I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV license. I don't have any form of terrestrial television.
Yeah.
No.
Fair enough.
I don't. I'm not a television person. I'll watch films, programs that I want to watch, or I'll watch YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't watch TV. So yeah.
Cool.
No.
But yeah, so I was going to say, I think I was just playing games. Kelly had it on. But when they came to the voting, every single time, there was 3 of them, and I don't think they were very good presenters, and every single country was like, moving on to France. Next we move on to, and every single time they said moving on. So I'm trying to change it up, or not trying to say the same thing every time, because it bothered me when they did it.
I like it.
But
Have a list of them next year, and you've got to use all 5 of them in one episode. Like.
Yeah. Well, next up is Modern Era with 110,000 listeners. Sonically influenced. See, I've never read the words sonically influenced before together. That's why these are so difficult. Because they're just words that you wouldn't usually use or read. Sonically influenced by post-hardcore and dark electronica and synthwave, and visually inspired by surreal cinema, Modern Era wanted to create a world that portrays the fragile destructiveness of these feelings, making for a dark but beautiful experience. On the surface, Modern Era's debut, Lost in the Noise, is written in 3 parts, all dictated by the idea of self-war and personal change. Those 3 parts... Oh, that's a question mark. Like, I'm Ron Burgundy. Those 3 parts. Lack of belief, loss of purpose, and hiding a true self behind a false self, and finally, separating from your true self. In other words, the downward trajectory of a toxic state of mind, feeling you can't be part of the world. In a world so full of noise, how do we not fall apart?
Nice. Very cool. I absolutely love this band.
Yeah.
They're one of my favourite new British bands. Imagine if, so just for people that have never heard this band, imagine if you got 9 Inch Nails, 30 Seconds to Mars, Holding Absence, and synthwave bands like Gunship, put all into a can, and it popped out. That's Modern Era.
Okay.
It's really cool mix, really good vocals, loads of electronics, really dark, heavy stuff. Then they've got lovely, light, beautiful songs. A really interesting... This is one of the most excited I've been about a new band in ages, and I'm really excited to see how this will sound live.
Yeah. Because
I've never seen them before, but I want to see if they can capture what they have on the album, because the album's fantastic all the way through. I'm just, some stuff doesn't quite translate live. Some stuff's even better live, like Sleep Token, for instance. So I hope these guys can sort of make it pop as much as it does on the album. So I will be interested to see. But yes, I friggin' love this band. So I shall definitely be there for this one.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I enjoyed them as well. And the next couple of bands coming up as well. So the next one is Kill the Lights with about 90,000 listeners. Heavy music exists independent of eras, trends, and borders. It resonates worldwide on the most primal and natural level. Kill the Lights similarly transcend creative and physical boundaries, uniting the original Bullet for My Valentine co-founder Michael Moose Thomas on drums with Throw the Fight. Oh, I like Throw the Fight. Throw the Fight frontman. Maybe that's why I like them. With Throw the Fight frontman James Clark on vocals, Jordan Whelan of Still Remains on guitar, and Travis Montgomery of Threat Signal on guitar. The group seamlessly bring a shared vision to life. Streamed over 1 million times in under a year and touted by Rock Sound, Kerrang, Metal Hammer, and more, the quintet imprint tried and true metal with 21st Century Fire on their Fearless Records full-length debut, The Sinner. Yeah, I think I really liked this, the Kill the Fight. Really liked them.
I did not know that there was a former member of Bullet in it, because I put got Bullet for My Valentine / Avenged Sevenfold vibes.
Nice.
So that's awesome. I thought it was all right. Nothing. I didn't think it was anything incredible. I'll probably give it another listen. I really liked the vocals and I liked the vibe, so I will go back and listen to more.
Yeah, cool.
Give them a try and see if I can really get into them. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, me too, definitely. The next one is Orbit Culture. With 125,000 listeners. Sweden's Orbit, you see, that's why I like them. Sweden's Orbit Culture burst out of the underground scene with the release of 2020's Nia. Nija? I would guess that's Nia, which garnered worldwide critical acclaim from critics and metal fans alike. Their latest release, Shaman, sees them further expand upon their dynamic sound, developing a propulsive blend of metallic brilliance. While rooted in the classic Swedish metal genre, paved by greats such as At the Gates, In Flames, and Meshuggah, they creatively expand upon it to create a more evolved, modernized sound that is simply undeniable. Shaman delivers on all fronts and showcases the band seamlessly Showcases the band's seamless effort to effectively blend aggression, melody, and technicality. I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Trivium In Flames vibes. Very good metal. That was my write-up.
Awesome. I like the next one as well. Fire from the Gods with 548,000 listeners. Versatile and incendiary Austin, Texas-based quintet Fire from the Gods bridge the gap between hardcore metal fury and hip-hop consciousness with a mosh pit-inducing sonic attack and socially and politically charged lyrics. That's it for them. Pretty.
Yeah, I've heard this band before. I had a couple of songs on a playlist. An old playlist I had a couple of songs in like 2017. Yeah, I think they sound like Seven Dust, bit of Five Finger Death Punch, the lighter side of Five Finger Death Punch. Yeah, it's just like good American sort of rock / metal.
Yeah. Good
singer. Yeah, these guys are really good. I can see why people are starting to like them. And they're actually songs individually have got a lot of plays. But I could just imagine this is the sort of stuff that they play on rock radio in America. So It's not surprising. We don't really have the same... We don't play the same things on the radio that you play in America. America have very different stuff on their radio, They'll go from a rock song to a metal song to a pop song to a country song.
Yeah.
Where here, our charts are almost entirely pop and dance.
Yeah.
You don't get any rock, where America does it very differently, especially how their states are split. Some states are very heavy rock radio play. If you're number one on the rock chart in some particular states, that means you're huge.
Yeah. Oh,
so
I know that.
It's just done very differently.
Yeah.
So yeah, these bands would probably be very good on American radio, I would have thought.
Awesome. I hate the radio. The radio we have on in work, so much crap. I noticed a long time ago. Every day, without fail, they play a song from Dirty Dancing. Like literally every single day. And it's the same with a lot of other things as well. That's just the one I picked up on. Oh my God, I just stopped talking about radio. Let's start talking about Download. Fucking Download Festival 2022. 3 weeks. Hey, this time in 3 weeks, we'll be drunk in a field.
Oh my God, I will be... I'm not sure what's going to happen. I might be crying with my arm around you going, dude, man, I love you, man. We do a podcast together. So prepare yourself.
Yeah. If we put our heads together, we might have a twin temple.
Segue.
That's definitely a Sappenin type segue, isn't it? Yeah, fuck me.
Segue.
91,000 listeners. Everybody knows that the devil has all the best tunes. From Robert Johnson selling his soul at the crossroads to the blood-soaked black metal of Norway, Satan has long loomed large over the music world, striking fear into the hearts of the sanctimonious, but nothing that has gone before will prepare you for the arrival of Twin Temple, Los Angeles' one and only purveyors of satanic doo-wop. Doo-wop, that's like 30s, 40s stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, 30s, 40s, 50s, yeah.
Devout Satanists and meticulous preservers of rock and roll's ancient, timeless spirit, this black-clad and effortlessly stylish duo have created a sound that blends their satanic ideology with the irresistible sass and melody of classic 50s and 60s rock and roll. The result is Twin Temple. Bring you their signature sound, Satanic Doo-Wop, a debut album that not only serves to salute the Dark One, but also delivers some of the catchiest and coolest music to emerge from any genre in years. It seems like the devil's best tunes are in safe hands. Hail Twin Temple, hail Satan.
Hells yeah. I absolutely love this band. Oh man, I love it so. I mean, I love Satan, so tick.
You love Satan. Are you atheist?
I love Satan, so tick.
You're atheist.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Satan doesn't believe in anything, mate. He only believes in chaos.
Right. Okay.
So it's fine. And I love...
What about the Flying Spaghetti Monster?
I love that... The what?
The Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Oh, yeah, I love him as well.
Okay, cool.
He's great. He's the best. Yeah, I love it. Satanic Doo-Wop. I mean, that's incredible to start off. But I love all of that kind of 50s, 60s music, which is what they do. You know, Elvis, Demis Roussos, all that kind of stuff I love. Yeah. And doing it in that kind of doo-wop 50s, 60s style is amazing. And I know for a fact Vicky's going to love them because she loves all this kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell her to listen to them as well. But yeah, I was like, yes, put all this shit on my playlist. It's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, really good.
The next one up is Yonaka. Yonaka? Yonaka? Don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yonoka, maybe. Where are they from? Does it say? Well, they have 867,000 listeners. Sometimes you have to go through the shit to emerge victorious on the other side and fight your way through the proverbial tunnel to find the light. And this is the exact journey that Brighton's Yonaka have spent the last year navigating and ultimately conquering. Now coming out the other side, armed with a new lease of life, they are ready to share a story of empowerment and perseverance that is set to rival the greats. All packaged up into some alt-rock bangers, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah. I put sort of it's kind of like modern pop mixed with some industrial stuff, but I really liked it. It's really good. Very different.
I think I quite enjoyed it. Or yeah, I liked what I heard.
Yeah, it was really good. They got loads of cool sounds and stuff mixed in a lot of genres.
Yeah.
But it didn't sound like jarring at all. It was quite good. So yeah, really cool.
Cool. And the last one, headlining the Dogtooth stage. This has been a long one, this one, but there's a lot of bands on it. The last one, headlining the Dogtooth stage, is Mild Kennedy doing an acoustic set.
Did you just say Mild Kennedy?
Miles Kennedy.
He's just mild. I thought you said Mild Kennedy.
Mild
it's
Kennedy.
Technically it's an acoustic set, so he will be far more mild than normal.
Yes.
So you're not wrong.
I like that.
So we got Mild Kennedy,
Kennedy.
doing an acoustic set.
I'll listen back to that and see what it sounds like. But yeah, there's no write-up for him. He's got 91,000 listeners. We've talked about him before. Most people know him anyway. I think we spoke about him.
It's a great singer. He'll just be doing his shtick, probably doing some covers, probably some Alter Bridge songs, some of his songs. If you're a fan of Miles Kennedy, I'm sure it will be great. He's a very, very good singer.
Yeah. So the changes from this one, from 2020, the bands that were lost were Renounced, Heavy Lungs, Shapes with a V instead of an A, Pulfia, Haken, Northlane, and Periphery were headlining. So a lot of bands were lost. From 2020. And
Definitely.
the ones gained were the Ingester, the Velveteers, Anchor Lane, Bimini, Foxjaw, Orbiculture, pretty much all of them. Fire from the Gods,
The whole stage,
and Miles Kennedy.
Wow. Okay. That is a whole stage, pretty much.
Yeah. From 2021, the lineup doesn't seem to have many changes at all from 2021. So a lot of the bands were lost from 2020, and then they redid it for 2021, and a lot of them stuck.
Stayed, yeah.
I've also written Wargasm are new, but we didn't even talk about Wargasm. Wargasm were on the main stage.
They got moved.
Were they on this stage originally?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
They got moved to the main stage.
When I got to the main stage, I was like, oh, they've been moved down a peg. I wasn't sure which way around it was.
Okay, yeah, they were playing on one of the lower stages and they got moved up.
Yeah, it must have been this one then.
They got bumped.
Cool. Well, let's talk about the Avalanche stage then.
Let's do it.
Opening the Avalanche stage on the Sunday is Static Dress. I think you're going to enjoy talking about them, aren't you? I think I quite liked them. Yeah, they got just under 100,000 listeners. An emotional story, a balancing act between sounds from the past, and modern day alternative music. Captivating visuals as well as sound, Static Dress aim to create and restructure music and the world around them.
Yeah, they're fantastic. The same thing I say about Static Dress is the same thing I say about Holding Absence. They're both very good bands at really getting feelings across through music. Like you can really feel what the singer's singing about. They're great, really good sort of emo/screamo or post-emo, whatever you want to call it. I saw them support Higher Power at the Underworld end of last year. Holy shit, these guys are insane live. If you want something really good to start your Sunday off with, go and watch them as they're the first band on this stage. I will definitely be there. They are fucking nuts. It's going to be great. I can guarantee you will have fun seeing these guys. And check them out on Spotify because their tunes are banging. But yeah, Very good. I can't wait to see these guys again. They're amazing.
Cool. Yeah, like I said, I think I enjoyed them. I can't remember for certain now, but I'm probably going to be there with Simon watching them. Dead Posey, with 222,000 listeners. It could double as the soundtrack for The Witching Hour. A brew of rough and tumble guitars, melancholy lyrics, and femme fatale vocal invocations, Dead Posey cast a sonic spell that seduced as it scorched. The Los Angeles-based band vocalist / co-producer Danielle Souza and producer multi-instrumentalist Tony F., formerly of Eve 6, immediately enchanted on their debut EP Freak Show, released in 2018. While forming Dead Posey, the two tapped into an intense creative chemistry while quietly working in the studio for nearly a year to hone in on their sound rather than diving into the live show circuit. Beyond early acclaim from Huffington Post and more on their first EP, they landed high-profile syncs everywhere, from Fox's Lucifer, that was good, MTV's Teen Wolf, Marvel's Cloak and Dagger, Macy's, Sony PlayStation, and more. Yeah, that one was hard to fucking read.
Yeah, Jesus.
I don't think I was a fan of them. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I just put rock with pop elements, fuzzy guitars. That was it. I probably didn't get that much from it. Yeah, but yeah, cool.
Cool. Oh, this is a long one, but this is one that I think I really enjoyed. Cemetery Sun. They got 190,000 listeners. Employing a lethally catchy blend of pop punk, alt rock, and electro R&B, California's Cemetery Sun split the difference between the sonic might of Linkin Park, the beachfront affordability of Walk the Moon, and the emotional intensity of 21 Pilots. Based out of Sacramento and featuring the talents of Josh Doty on vocals, Matt Scarpelli on lead guitar, and Elliot Polakoff on guitar / producer. The band came together in 2013, but instead of hitting the road, they honoured their chops in the studio, amassing a huge arsenal of songs. In 2016, the band's music caught the attention of Mikey Flawn, the son of Jason Flawn, CEO of Lava Records. The band enjoyed label success and toured on and off for 2 years, with 2019 ahead of them and their single Fake Love catching fire on Spotify. The band returns to their independent roots and plans on releasing new music and touring all year. Elliot Polakoff, guitar and producer, still. The band came together in 2013, but instead of hitting the road, they... Oh, hang on. I've just fucking read this again. Okay, so yeah. It stops with... the band returns to their independent roots and plans on releasing new music and touring all year. Okay.
Is that it?
Maybe I fucked that up, or maybe it's fucked up on the website.
I don't know. These people shouldn't write so much. It's a bit like, Jesus Christ, we just want to know about the band. We don't want to read a bloody essay.
Yeah.
If we want your life story, we'll look further into it.
Yeah, it's I think I like them, but it's interesting. Yeah, interesting you say that. One other news thing we didn't talk about was In Search of Sun, new single out. But I heard Adam Leader on the radio talking to another podcast, and they were saying about having to like describe your film in one sentence or as short as you possibly can, and you could you would probably benefit from doing a similar thing for your band. You know, people aren't going to be that, unless they're already interested in you, they're not going to be interested in a write up like that. Doesn't really give much
people
away.
Just do it because they think, I think short and sweet is the way to do these. Maybe one paragraph. Yeah, short and sweet, not too much. When you do too much, you kind of tune out. But like you said, if you're into the band, you'll want to know. So yeah, it double-edged sword in it really. But yeah, I liked him. I thought, it's like pop sort of heavy rock stuff. And I thought that the singer had a bit of Gerard Way to his voice. I heard like a Gerard Way kind of tone in there somewhere. But yeah, I thought it was good.
Cool. Yeah, I think I enjoyed them. The Hara are up next with 66,000 listeners. The Hara are a high-energy three-piece alt-rock pop band with a stage presence likened to that of legendary classics Queen, AC/DC, and Guns N' Roses, with an amped-up sound taking influences from a wide range of popular artists such as Bring Me the Horizon, Royal Blood, Arctic Monkeys, the 1975 Panic at the Disco, Lower the Atlantis, The Hunter, Nothing But Thieves, Muse, 21 Pilots, Youngblood. Oh, that's it. Which combines Josh's stunning vocals, Zach's gritty riffs, and Jack's punchy drum beats. Although comprising of just three live instruments, the Hara give a full live sound through the use of pads, triggers, and stems, emulating 30 instruments while on stage. Do they? Bloody hell.
Jesus.
I would imagine there would be a lot of elitists who wouldn't like them just because of that. They'd be like, oh, play your own instruments.
Half the bands that play Download play to backing tracks these days, dude.
Do you reckon?
Even the big boys,
Download?
of course they do. Yeah, and just in general. Yeah, it's just that's pretty much standard practice now for most bands.
I didn't know that.
Especially the big ones. Yeah, definitely. You'd be surprised how many bands do.
Yeah.
But just sounds as well. Like if you're gonna have, if you don't have someone on keys or doing anything electronic, you play to a track that has those in. So the rest of you are playing live.
Yeah.
You just play into a track in the background which will have different sounds on it. So that's probably what they're talking about. Also, they use triggers on drum kits. So yeah, every band does it differently, but a lot of bands these days do it. So it's not really a big deal anymore for the elitists because go to half the fucking
run out of bands to listen to if they.
Yeah, you won't listen to them. I mean, can't listen to Slipknot. You can't listen to all these other bands that do it. Do you know what I mean? Like that have been doing it for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's anything new. But yeah, the Hera. I put rock, distorted guitars. I got a little bit of like a sort of mid-noughties indie vibe from them as well.
Okay.
Thought there was a little bit of Killers in there, which was good. So yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I think I was expecting something completely different. I think I was expecting something like The Who, which aren't they like throat singing band or something like that? The HU, not The Who.
Oh yeah, not The Who as in the 70s band The Who. You mean The Who HU. Yeah. Not The Who WHO.
What was it, like Cambodia throat singing or whatever?
Yeah.
So I think because it was a short name, I was expecting something like that.
Yeah, something.
But no, yeah. All right, Jamie Lenman has got 19,000 listeners. Jamie Lenman has been a pioneer of the British alternative rock scene for 20 years. From his beginnings as the singer and guitarist for cult heroes Reuben through to his varied solo career. Playing live with the aid of just a drummer, Lenman creates a wall of sound with choice cuts from his extensive back catalogue and tracks from his upcoming mini-album King of Clubs, including Radio 1's favourites Summer of Discontent, The Road to Right, and I Don't Want to Be Your Friend. That was a good song, I Don't Want to Be Your Friend. That's it. I just want to say what I thought, actually, before this. I'm glad I didn't know he was part of Reuben, and I'm glad I read that. Because I was thinking at the time, you can't really... It's not really a rock thing to do to go into rock with just your name. That's more of a poppy thing to do. So I thought it was a bit odd, but you can only do it if you've already been in a successful band, like he obviously has with Reuben, like the guy from In Me does now. He does his own stuff. I can't remember his name. But yeah, odd thing. It's an odd thing to use your own name in rock music like that. Obviously, Miles Kennedy can do it as well.
Yeah, but I think if you're a little bit established, I mean, I don't think Reuben were big. They weren't a big band.
Maybe not.
So a lot of people, I don't think, will still have no idea who he is. But he's obviously got enough clout to sort of go off and do his own thing. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a bit different.
Yeah.
Very weird. I said, some of the stuff sounded similar to Reuben, the heavy stuff, but the stuff where he was just singing with like sort of minimal instruments, it was quite different. It was good. It'll be, I'd actually be interested to see how many people go and turn up for it. Because Reuben had like a proper cult following.
Yeah.
Like if you loved Reuben, you loved Reuben.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So
a friend of,
it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. A friend of mine loved him so much he called his son Reuben. I think,
that's what I mean.
I don't know. But he did like them. And his
these
son is
Reuben
called
fans,
Reuben.
Yeah. The Reuben fans, they were like obsessed with Reuben. Yeah. So he'd probably get quite a big crowd.
Yeah. The next one up is Mariana's Trench with just over 1 million listeners. And I quite like them. I'm going to say that right off the bat. I quite like them. I'd never heard of them before this. So, yeah.
Well, I just thought straight away, horrendous band name.
Yeah, I think that too. I agree.
Why would you ever have Trench in your band name? But hey ho, it is what it is.
Well, I just want to depress you a little bit. You might already know. I think it's quite a common thing to know these days. But there's a plastic bag at the bottom of Marianas Trench.
A what?
A plastic bag. You know, Marianas Trench is the deepest part of the ocean that we know of.
Yeah.
There's a plastic bag in Marianas Trench.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No way.
Rubbish.
There you go. They're just great pollution.
Yeah.
We've really fucked this place up, haven't we, people?
But there we go. Since their 2006 debut, Fix Me, Vancouver, BC-based four-piece... Vancouver, BC... What's BC going to be? Is that going to be the state?
I don't know what that is, though,
BC could be. Anyway, whatever. Vancouver, BC-based four-piece Marianas Trench have had 2 certified platinum-selling records. Over time, they have toured relentlessly in Canada and globally, headlining tours in Australia and New Zealand and the US. Increasingly, people are saying that the album is dead. Increasingly, people are saying that the album is dead. Am I reading that right? Doesn't sound like a good thing to write on your little write-up. With Phantoms on 604 Records, Marianas Trench proved that the reports of its death are greatly exaggerated. Like past records, Phantoms finds the band pushing their musical boundaries relentlessly. From the jaw-dropping a cappella opener, E. Eleonora. I don't know what that word is. Got more vowels and consonants. To its unapologetically epic Closer, The Killing Kind, Phantoms steers emotional weight and brutally honest will leave a lasting mark on listeners. I hope you got something from that, because I didn't get much. It was difficult.
Well, yeah, nothing from that, but when I listened to them, I listened to that a cappella track, and I thought that the vocals on that are really good. I was listening to it going, how did they get those lows? But they probably warped his voice to get those lows, because you have to be one of those weird professional singers that can go that low.
Okay.
When you're in like a complete a cappella group. But it was really cool. Yeah, they're good. Like pop rocky sort of emo sort of stuff. Some of it sounded very 2011. I was listening to it and I was like, yeah, this is what 2011 emo sounded like. I remember. But yeah, it was good.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I liked them. They're quite upbeat and feel good, happy music, aren't they?
Yeah. It was emo, but it was like happy emo.
Yeah. But like I said, I'd never heard of them. Had you heard of them before this?
I heard the name before, but I've never heard the band before. So,
But it just shook me that you can be big enough to have 1 million listeners per month on Spotify, but you're not a household name. But I mean, you don't get household names anymore. There are no new household names.
Having 1 million listeners on Spotify is the equivalent of having 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're small
seems
fry.
A lot, I know, but there's a lot of people.
I know.
But compared to the bigger bands,
crazy.
the bigger YouTubers, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like some people have got billions of lists, millions upon millions, it's crazy.
Yeah. But you'd feel pretty good about yourself if you had 1 million. When you hit 1 million listeners, would you feel pretty good, wouldn't you?
I'd feel good if I had 15 listeners, let alone 1 million. Like,
but yeah, no, my point is you're still quite small with 1 million listeners, and I just don't get that. I just don't understand. But
yeah, the numbers do mess with your head these days, don't they?
Yeah, cool. Right. But then we could go back to the old Spotify argument. If Spotify didn't exist, would they be as big as they are? Would they have sold as many albums that would? Oh yeah, we could go into. We will go into Spotify again, and I want to get some professionals on and people who know their shit to talk about all that
that'd
stuff.
Be good.
Let's go on. Spirit Box, 921,000 listeners. The husband and wife duo Courtney LaPlante and Michael Stringer made their debut with a self-released EP in October 2017, quickly building a cult following. In 2018, the duo found their musical counterpart in bass player Bill Crook and partnered with Pale Chord Music to continue to create and release music in single and EP formats. Spiritbox have quickly become hotly tipped as one of the most exciting, creative and unique new forces to erupt from the world of heavy music. Pushing boundaries with second time of reading the word sonically. What? I don't even know what the word sonically is. I've never heard of it.
It just makes, your sound, your sonic waves, man.
Right.
Sound cool.
Okay, it's a new cool trend to say the word sonically about your music, but nobody knows what it is. It's like saying, "Oh, this song slaps, man." It's like, no, a song cannot slap. Oh, I mean, a bassist can slap, but a song cannot. Oh, stop it, old man. 3%. Stick to that. Pushing boundaries with sonically and visually pushing boundaries both sonically and visually with their beautifully haunting music videos that perfectly match the complex, heavy instrumentation combined with the juxtaposition of the ethereal, velvet textures of Courtney's singing voice and the visceral, rageful power of her screams. I'm done.
Right, there's a lot of hype about this band.
Yeah.
Like, they got bumped up. There's a lot of hype, right? They're good, but it's just standard modern metalcore. They're not doing anything different to anyone else. I don't get the hype about this band. They're cool. They're good. She's got a good voice. The band sound good. But they're not doing anything radical. Everyone's going on about it like they're the next great band. And I don't get it. I had people on my chat, my mates going, "What, you don't like Spiritbox?" I'm like, well, it's not that I don't like them. I just don't get why they've all of a sudden, got up to so many listeners. I don't understand why people have just gone crazy for this band.
Yeah.
I'm obviously missing the point.
Yeah.
It's gone right by me. I don't get it. They're good, yeah, they're good, but I don't know.
I didn't enjoy them.
I won't be watching them, but yeah.
I didn't enjoy them, but I didn't dislike them, but yeah. I have a theory, which I'm going to talk about later. Weight bait. We haven't said any weight bait for a long time.
Let's get some weight bait.
There you go. Already an hour and a half into the episode, but you have to wait some more. No, that's come up a second time, and there's something I want to say about it, but I'm going to wait for the opportune moment.
Oh, baby.
Sake.
Can't wait.
I was quite serious at the beginning of the episode. Now I'm tired. I'm just being weird. Trash Boat. 271,000 listeners. St. Albans Quintet. Trash Boat have long since established themselves as one of the UK's most exciting up-and-coming bands. Across 2 albums, most recently 2018's critically acclaimed Crown Shyness, they have effortlessly blended punk rock and post-hardcore, soaring choruses and swearing lyricism. Having toured extensively across the UK, the US and Europe, with everyone from While She Sleeps to Don Broco, recent singles He's So Good and Silence Is Golden have seen the band returning on truly exceptional form. You like Trash Boat, don't you?
My write-up is, I just wrote pop rock, elements of post-punk, pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're all right. They're good.
Cool. That's not
they get recommended me to a lot on my Spotify, but I'm really not that into them. It hasn't done what I thought it was going to do for me, but they're good.
Okay.
And I could see why a lot of other people would like them. So yeah, good
cool.
that they're at DL.
Okay, Boston Manor, 489,000 listeners. Boston Manor's third full-length album, Glue, is the sound of a band questioning the state of the world around them. Inevitably, in a critical examination of the modern world, it comes from a dark place, but one that fueled the 5-piece to create a body of work that elevates their craft further than ever before. Its 13 highly charged songs came out of a process that singer Henry Cox describes as very chaotic, but the result is a truly ferocious album, one that both dawns and moves on from what they've done in the past, incorporating a gloomy atmospheric of 2018's Welcome to the Neighborhood with the highly charged yet melodic punk of 2016's debut Be Nothing. What they've done here, and the previous one, they put the little inverted commas, is that the one at the top?
Yeah.
before and surrounding the like album names, and they've also actually capitalized one of the album names. That makes it easier for people to read. If you're in a band or in a band in the future, do that.
Get someone to check
it's
the grammar on your write-ups.
I think that's another thing that's been so hard about some of these things. Like, it talks about albums, but it doesn't make it obvious that it's an album. And it's just about 5 words that look like they're jumbled together because it doesn't make sense. But yes, what do you think about Boston Manor?
Kind of similar to Spirit Box, really. They've got quite big, but I don't get why. When I watched them, I think I watched them at Download 2018. I think they opened up the main stage. I was bored.
You were bored.
I was like, this is boring. What is this? I don't know. I just didn't get it. I didn't get it when I know a lot of people that like them. So yeah, I don't get it. But again, another band that a lot of people are into, which I'm more than happy to have at Download. So
yeah,
I hope if you like Boston Manor, that you really enjoy them.
Awesome. I don't think I was too keen on them. I can't remember. Not enough to stay in my mind, like Fire from the Gods, a few of the other ones on the other stage that I said. Or was it this stage? I can't even remember now. The other stage. Headlining this stage are Descendants with 627,000 listeners. Fueled by rejection, food, coffee, girls, fishing and food. The Descendants sprang up during the halcyon days of the Los Angeles punk scene. Do you know what that is? Halcyon?
Late 80s, early 90s? Yeah, but I don't know what that means.
No. Oh, okay. Fusing the blind rage of hardcore with an unexpectedly wry, deprecating wit. That was it.
Yeah.
I never really heard of
them
before.
Cool. They're cool.
They're big
I like
and
them.
old,
It's like, it's like sort of late 80s, early 90s, post-punk stuff.
Yeah.
Really good. I liked it. I listened to it. I thought this is quite good. I like a lot of that sort of 90s post-punk stuff. Like that, like Bad Religion, Rancid, that kind of stuff. I've got into that more in my later years than I liked it in my teens, which is very weird. I like it much more now than I did then, which is crazy. But yeah, I thought they were quite good. I know a lot of people. There's a lot of fans, so I think that'll be really good. Good way to top off that stage, I think.
Awesome. Well, yeah, like I said, they were headlining the Avalanche stage we've just been talking about. Lost from the 2020 poster from this stage was Milk Teeth, The Skints, Lit. Oh, I wouldn't have minded seeing Lit, but I didn't do one song I really like. But they got Bowling in that video, and I like Bowling. And Bowling for Soup headlining, so 2 lots of Bowling. But yeah, gained in 2022 was Static Dress, Jamie Lenman, Spirit Box, Trash Boat, Boston Manor, and Descendants headlining. So yeah, it looks like this. I think it was kind of similar for the other 2 stages as well. It seemed like a lot of the bands that were originally on the bill for 2020 are no longer on it.
Yeah, this like these days have changed much more than the other stages. It looks like this day's changed the most from the 2020 poster, which is quite crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, cool. That's good. It's a good stage.
Yeah, the lineup on 2021 doesn't seem to have got many more changes at all. The lineup doesn't seem to have many changes from 2021. A few bands lost that we just talked about. I put Wargasm anew. I knew they were playing. I knew they're on the main stage. Why did I write that on 2 different stages as well? I put them on the last stage. The fuck's wrong with me?
They're doing a raunchy. They're playing every stage.
Yeah, they went up. 2020, they were on the bottom stage. 2021, yeah, they are raunchy. There we go. Bingo card. Cross it off.
Woohoo! I was listening to them today.
Really?
Because just quickly, I'll intersect this. What I do for Download is just to let you know and the people know. I bring a Bluetooth speaker. I'm the music guy, so I make loads of playlists to listen to when we're at Download.
Cool.
But I do them in genres. So I've done a covers one, which is bands that do covers of pop songs. And obviously they covered Somebody's Watching Me.
Yeah.
So I put that on the playlist. So I was listening to that today and I was like, I thought of you. I was like, yeah, raunchy,
awesome.
Sick.
I really like that song.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool. It means I haven't got to bring my speaker then.
Well, bring it anyway, because the more speakers we've got, the more likely we are to if we run out of battery or something. You never know.
Cool.
So
okay,
bring it anyway.
Yeah, that's a speaker I use in my vans at work, so I don't have to listen to the radio. Got my own Bluetooth speaker. Okay, well, that was the 2 longer stages. It shouldn't be too long for these 2, actually, because they've only got like 6 or 7 bands on each of them. Not as many at all. So
not that the listeners are getting bored,
no,
because everyone's thrilled with what we've been talking about so far.
I'm not getting bored, but I want to go down and see what's going on with the trial. Have you been following that? I don't.
No, not at all.
Kelly got obsessed with it, then I ended up watching quite a bit. Well.
I suppose my mum today, and my mum's like, "Have you been watching the trial?" I'm like, "For fuck's sake, is everybody but me watching this trial?"
I think I think for most people it was just interesting of how it actually works, because a lot of people wouldn't know how that sort of works, and then they just got into it from there.
That's true.
Yeah,
you get sucked in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. The second stage is opening with "Control the Storm." They have 1.2 thousand listeners. An explosive stage show that always delivers a powerful and energetic performance that can only be matched by the music itself. It's not a continuing Frank's functionaire. Control the I've always wanted, nobody's ever done this with me, I've always wanted to get 2 t-shirts, like with me and a friend. One has "dude" just written on the top of the back, and the other one has "sweet" just written on top of the back.
Oh, I would do that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm well up for that. Yeah. And then we can do the bit for people.
Yeah, we
dude,
could. Yeah.
What does yours say? "Sweet, dude, sweet."
I also found 2 halves of a coconut at work, in the car park at work. I don't know. There's not the same coconut. 2 different halves of 2 different coconuts.
What the hell is happening?
I'm going to go up behind people and clip them together and see if they run properly like they're... But if people ask me where I got them from, I can legitimately say I found them. Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled. You might see me riding with people with two halves of a coconut, banging them together.
If you see a very strange man banging 2 half coconuts together at Download, you know who it is.
Yeah, I need to do some more. I need to get up to scratch on those quotes, though, because I know people will try to challenge me on that, and so I need to know more. Need to be better at the quotes. Anyway, Control the Storm. Where do we get to? I don't know.
It was somewhere in there.
Control the Storm have emerged from the chaos of 2020 into a new era with the new stage production, new music, and the determination to unite and bring you on this exhilarating journey. Cited as one of the UK's most exciting live acts, Control the Storm make a pledge to rouse their fans old and new with their signature, electrifying and grand performances, both on stage and in the studio. The band have spent recent years forging their names into UK music with sheer willpower and dedication to their craft and fans. The band's most recent album, Forevermore, is a fitting testament to the ethos and an optimistic and uplifting record, full of enticing vocal harmonies, complex orchestration, and powerful guitar riffs. I think I like them as well.
Yeah, I just put orchestral metal. She has a good voice. That was my review of this band.
The Last Internationale. We almost did this last episode, didn't we?
You're gonna love my review of this again. You're gonna love it.
Okay, let's do it. The Last Internationale's live performances are widely renowned as they share the stage with legends such as Slash, Weezer, Tom Morello, Lenny Kravitz, Incubus, Royal Blood, and many more. Soul on Fire follows the band's critically acclaimed debut album, We Will Reign, released in 2014, and it bears 5 years of human struggles within the thankless industry. With this album, The Last Internationale put their naked souls on display, telling a tale that goes beyond politics, freedom, and rock and roll.
Nice. My review is rock. Full stop.
I don't think I was a fan, but that's a good write-up. No,
what, mine?
Yeah, yours and theirs.
That's what they should use. They should just put rock. That's it.
Now, this is one that surprised me. I only managed to listen to them on, what day is it today? Wednesday, on Monday, Tuesday, Monday. It's Thursday today. Wednesday today. Tuesday, yesterday. Sorry.
Jesus.
I only managed to listen to them yesterday for the first time, and I was quite pleasantly surprised. I quite liked them. I haven't even said who they are. They're Massive Vegans or Massive Wagons. No in joke for old timey listeners of the show, if you remember. I am ashamed. Oh, what's that from? Stop it.
I'm always ashamed of myself. Don't worry.
After several years on the cover circuit with retro indie bands, Ace Face, Adam Thistlethwaite, and Baz Mills went their own way to write original hard rock and roll music in 2009, recruiting Adam's younger brother Alex, the old school buddies Adam Bowser Bowskill and Carl Cochrane. The fivesome set out to drink some beers and play some music as Massive Wagons. High energy and high volume were the order of the day. And I liked it. Yeah, it was high energy and high... I don't know what order is, but high energy.
Yeah. I wasn't too into it, but I put mix of classic and / sort of modern rock. I thought it was good, but it wasn't something that I would listen to. I don't know what it is. I can't get into any of these modern rock bands.
Yeah.
They just don't do anything for it. If you've listened to all 3 episodes, every band that is just like a standard rock band, I've been like, it's just not for me. I don't have anything to connect with, and there's so many, rock bands. It is really hard for people, in my eyes, to stand out. You get a few every now and then where you're like, yeah, they're really good. But again, if I heard these guys, The Last International and someone else play together, I would not be able to tell you the difference between the 3 bands. So, but some people really, really like modern rock stuff. So, it's just whatever floats your boat, basically. But yeah, they were good, but not for me.
Wednesday 13, they have 82,000 listeners. The Duke of Spook has returned from beyond the grave once more to reveal the necrophage.
Sorry, that was really good.
What, the writing or the reading? Both.
Both.
I didn't write it. I just read it. Reveal the necrophage, heavily influenced by the real-life night terrors of Wednesday himself, historical serial killers, and a slew of 80s horror films. The ideas behind necrophage are bizarrely familiar, frightening, and a hell of a lot of fun. Being a collector of both media and toys, Wednesday had a craving for variety and a wish to create dual album artwork for this release. The covers showcase either end of the horror spectrum with a Creepshow comic, comic book vibe, for the LP artwork, and the eeriness of something akin to John Carpenter's The Fog adorning the CD. I didn't really want to be keen on Wednesday 13, if I'm honest.
It's just good, like, goth rock punk stuff. It's cool. He's got a distinctive voice. Obviously Murder Dolls made him very recognizable, very good voice. Just really cool. And all of the sort of goth rock people will be there and be majorly into this, and it's good to sort of have a bit of a variety on this day and get something a bit different involved. But yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Awesome. Baroness with 162,000 listeners. The Grammy Award nominated Baroness is John Baisley on vocals and guitar, Gina Gleason on guitar, Nick Jost on bass, and Sebastian Thompson on drums. The Philadelphia meets New York-based band have grown to be one of rock's music most critically revered, as well as one of the most inventive artists of the modern era, with each release in their kaleidoscopic canon seeing the band further defining their unique musical vantage point. The write-up's as bland as their music. Baroness's catalogue of studio recordings is gold and grey, purple, yellow and green, blue record, red album, a grey sigh in a flower husk, split LP 2007, second EP 2004, and first EP 2004. Well, that's quite interesting. That's quite funny. That's it. Yeah, I was not.
And I like that they call their albums just like red, yellow, purple EP or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. What were you going to say? Sorry,
I didn't enjoy Baroness. I got bored.
Okay. I was going to say, so if you haven't heard them before, they're a mix of, there's a bit of rock, a bit of punk, a bit of prog, a bit of stoner. I have a weird relationship with this band. I listen to them and I think, wow, they're really good. And then I don't listen to them for a little while. They listen to them again and I'm like, I don't like this band. And that has been a repeated cycle for literally the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
There's something, I don't know what it is, just stopping me becoming like a full-time fan. But I listen and I go, why do I not listen to this band? They're amazing. Then I listen to them and then I go back and listen to them again. And I really don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had this kind of a strange relationship with a band before. So who knows what mood I'm going to be in when I'm at Download. Maybe seeing them live, like we've talked about a lot of other bands, will be the one that tips me in either direction.
Yeah.
Because, some bands you see live and you think, holy shit, that's amazing. And other bands you see and you go, okay, it's confirmed I don't like them. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they're like live. And I will try and check them out if no one else I really like is playing at the same time.
Cool. Skillet with 6 million listeners. I'd never listened to Skillet before this. One of the best-selling rock bands of the 21st century, 2-time Grammy Award nominated, Pandora Billionaires Club recipients, multi-platinum Wisconsin quartet, Skillet, John Cooper on lead vocals and bass. I reckon they've got the same writers as Baroness. And they both had Grammy in there, didn't they? Yeah, the Grammy. I think it's the same writer. Are they on the same label? I reckon on the same label.
I don't know. That's a good point.
I reckon. Taking a guess. It's written exactly the same. John Cooper, Corey Cooper on guitar keys. Did I get that far? John Cooper, lead vocals, bass. Corey Cooper, guitar keys. Jen Ledger on drums and vocals, and Seth Morrison, lead guitar. Write the soundtrack to Triumph. An undying spirit humbly asserted and affirmed the band as one of its generation's most successful rock acts. However, as all classic underdog stories do, it happened quietly under the radar. What that means. I quite liked them. I think they came to be known around the similar kind of time to Skrillex, and I was just like, I just rip off Skrillex or something because of the name, or maybe I don't know. Obviously, I was completely wrong. I never gave them a chance until this, and I really enjoyed them. I thought
they're
really
great.
Good.
I've been a fan for a long time. My brother introduced them to me in like 2006.
Yeah,
like ages ago. And we've been big fans ever since. I've never seen them live. They have played Download a number of times.
Okay.
But they've always sort of clashed with other people. But me and my brother made a pact that we will not miss Skillet this year. So we will definitely be going to go them. And now maybe you will join us.
I think I will, yeah.
Yeah, so, because I thought, what was the other band that you said that were really disappointing at Download, but you really like? Because I was saying they sit in the sort of Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace, Skillet. They sort of sit in that same sort of American heavy rock, American radio genre.
Yeah.
So I thought that they would be a band that you would have already have liked.
Yeah. No.
But I'm glad that you've sort of gone there. They're pretty good because they are.
My shallowness made me evade them for a long time. I don't know.
No, it's just a misunderstanding, so it's fine.
Yeah.
They'll forgive you. Go and watch them at Download, and you'll probably love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was good. With Breaking Benjamin, I'm not sure if I've ever really said, but they've got some really good, heavy, really good like songs. But it seemed like the ones they played at Download, they were on the second stage. They were on a big stage. A lot of people watching them. They just played a lot of their slower ones, and it just, like I said, I was just bored. They've got some really nice heavy songs, which I didn't even realize to start with when I started listening to them. It's just like it took a while. I was like, hang on, this has got really fucking heavy distorted guitar on this song. How did I never notice?
Yeah,
this?
a lot of bands probably do that. Some band, you've got to pick the right set list.
Yeah,
especially at a festival. I mean, I can't remember if it's Fred Durst that said it. Like I think he was saying that when you play a festival, you basically just have to do, unless you've released an album that's come out that's been huge, you do a best of set.
Yeah.
And you try and mix it up as much as possible because he's like, it's the easiest way to earn new fans because there will be thousands of people watching you that have either never heard of you before or never heard you play before. So you want to sort of mix it up. Maybe play one slow one, play a couple of heavy ones, play a weird one, whatever. But yeah, some bands you do get that. I have seen bands that I really like, and I'm like, but they didn't play any of the good songs.
Yeah.
But they're the songs that I think are good, but other people were like, nah, what are you talking about? They played a great set.
Yeah.
So I guess it really does depend on. But you said you were hugely disappointed, didn't you, in Breaking Benjamin live? So
yeah.
I'm hoping
the choice of songs. I think more than anything.
I'm hoping Skillet don't disappoint,
Yeah.
because I saw 3 Days Grace at Download last year, and they did not disappoint. I've seen them before, but not at a festival.
Yeah.
They were excellent. So I'm hoping that Skillet are the same.
Cool. The sub-headlining on the second stage are The Darkness. They've got 1.6, well, probably close to 1.7 million listeners. They have no write-up. I don't think they need a write-up. They are a huge band. Surprised they're not headline. Well, no, they haven't done a lot for a while, have they? But, just listening to the songs on the playlists, I forgot how big they were and how much of an impact they had when they first came out with I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
Yeah, they blew up really quick.
Yeah.
They played Download in 2000 and I think it was down in 2003, like right before they blew up.
Yeah.
There's footage online of them playing, and not everyone's like, who the fuck is this band?
Yeah.
And then, like, literally a couple of months later, they were literally the biggest thing on the fucking... Well, I don't think they broke America, but they were certainly the biggest thing in, Europe and UK. Yeah, I think the reason why... They're still big. They still release stuff. I listened to their last album. I thought it was fantastic. I think they've been quite consistent. But I think they got big so quickly that a lot of people just buoyed them off after that.
Yeah.
Which is quite sad, because I think they've made a lot of good music since.
Yeah.
Since then, and it's been quite a while. But they never broke America, which is why they never went to that next step. They play a lot of big shows in Europe and the UK, but they never quite transitioned that into America. Otherwise, they would have been fucking absolutely giant. But some bands just don't translate, or the Americans just go, yeah, we don't get it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay. Like, if you get some bands like we spoke about before that are just huge in America,
Yeah.
and they come to Europe and everyone's just like, some things just weirdly don't translate, even though we're all part of like the Western world. Some stuff just doesn't work for certain countries, which is fucking strange. And I think that's the thing. But overall, yeah, what a lovely band, great band. Awesome, like party rock, great vocals, really fun, really, really fun live as well. If you want to watch something really fun and you don't want to go and watch Korn on the other stage or Boston Manor, go and watch The Darkness, because I guarantee you'll have a laugh either way, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. I might actually do that. Like I said, I forgot. I wasn't a big fan when they first came out. I didn't dislike them. There's a lot same with a lot of bands. I'm just not a fan. But I was enjoying listening to. I think the two songs I put on there was I Believe in a Thing Called Love and Love Is Only a Feeling. And I was like
great
really
song.
enjoying them this time around. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're really good. That Permission to Land album was like a staple of our parties.
Right.
Everyone would get to the drunkest point they could be, and then because we were a very singy group.
Yeah.
So we'd all sing to songs that were playing. So you get to that point, and then me and Carter would look at each other and we'd be like, Permission to Land? Yeah. Stick album on, start to finish. Everyone's pissed out the nuts, singing all the words,
Awesome.
singing completely out of key. But still, it is still to this day one of my favourite like party albums of all time.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, love it.
Cool. Well, headlining this stage is Steel Panther, with 575,000 listeners, hailing from Los Angeles, the epicenter for rock and roll in all its debauchery and glamour. Steel Panther has established themselves as the world's premier party band, melding hard rock virtuosity with parody and criminally good looks. Yeah, they probably have. Yeah, they have. I agree with that. With 4 full-length albums, touring across the world, platinum-level YouTube status, and high-profile television appearances under their belts, they continue to be a force to be reckoned with. And the same with these guys. I've never been a fan, but I don't dislike them. But they are good, aren't they? They're good.
They're good at what they do.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how this band have got so big. I don't understand it. I'm not. The music's fine, but like a band that like The Darkness that are like legitimately playing rock music and doing it a certain way.
Yeah.
And then you've got a band after that are taking the piss out of bands that play it legitimately. I'm not sure how other people feel about them that are in rock bands.
I think, but because they play it in that style of music as well, they don't just take the piss.
No, I know. I'm not. I don't know. It's too much for me. It's too. I like. Where does the joke end? And I don't understand. I've said this before about them. I've done a bands I can't get into video, and Steel Panther were like number one. I was like, I can't. My brain doesn't get it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening.
I think I saw that one too. I did see that one too. Just for the record, mark that one up.
Thanks, mate. No, and I had loads of comments from people being like, "Why don't you like Steel Panther?" And I'm like, I don't know. My brain just starts turning to mush whenever I look at them, listen to them, or see them live. My brain just goes,
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I mean, you probably get this already, but they obviously do enjoy the music they play. They enjoy the music they're taking the piss out of, and it's not just all mocking that style of music. But obviously they do enjoy that kind of music. But the style they've gone for is to parody that kind of music. But they've also gone for like women parodying like the way they were women as well. And I was thinking about that when I was listening to them on the playlist, and I was like, how can they get away with that? But because of the makeup and the whatever it said here, melding hard rock virtuosity with parody and criminally good looks. And it's like they can get away with, like the last time I saw them download, they got like 200, 300 women up on stage with them, and they get away with it. Like, I don't understand, but I think it's all part of the persona, part of the act.
Yeah.
I hope.
I don't fathom it in my brain. My brain doesn't work for Steel Panther.
How about this? It might work for this. How about a new metal band singing about how good and or / bad new metal is, but in a new metal style? There's probably been plenty of people who have taken the piss out of new metal, but doing it in the style of new metal would be awesome, right?
No, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, you said the wrong. You said the wrong word there, man.
You said the wrong thing.
That would be awesome. If there are any bands like that, let us know.
I don't like when anyone mocks, attacks, or says anything bad about the time that was new metal.
Okay.
It really makes my blood boil.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to say any more then. Right. Let's. I'm
sweating now. You said at the beginning like I'd be sweating. I'm fucking boiling. I'm gonna have to open a window.
Bands that were lost from the second stage from the 2022 poster are POD of Mice and Men and Disturbed were headlining it, and the bands that have been gained from then are Control the Storm, Massive Wagons, and Steel Panther, obviously headlining. And again, so the lineup doesn't seem to have many changes from 2021, so it looks like they just changed it all from 2020 to 2021, and it just kept it from most of it from there. Oh,
it's pissing down here. Is it raining where you are? Yeah, it's pissing down here.
I don't think so. I must have just copied and pasted this bit because this one says Wargasm anew as well from 2021. But yeah, again, 2021, the lineup doesn't seem to have changed very much at all. Right, shall we go on to the main stage?
Main stage. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, well, opening the main stage are Wargasm with 216,000 listeners. When London DIY veteran Sam Matlock and international model Milky Way met at a concert in Camden in early 2019, something strange was born. Wargasm is a collision of two personalities that can be likened only to fighting fire with fire. Though still at the beginning of its career, the intent of the project is clear. This is a sound, a visual, a lifestyle.
Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
Did you want to say anything about this band?
I do. Well, not about them, not specifically, but there's two times it's sort of come up. And what I've thought about them is, like, because we've spoken about them a few times on this podcast, off the podcast, on Nevermind Polly podcast, and it seems like they just blew up, and everyone likes them. but I don't really know many people or anybody that, or I've seen anybody that has really gone full blown, I love them. And I think we've spoken about like PR teams and it's like, you don't need to convince people that you're good. Not saying that they aren't good, but this is what I've sort of thought. You don't need to convince people that you're good or that you do good music. You need to convince people that other people like you. And then it's like that is how you build the hype. And it seems like this is what they've done. Like I said, I'm not saying I don't think they're very good, but it seems like they've put so much PR into it and hype that everyone thinks everybody else loves them.
I get you. Okay, yeah, that's good. I think a lot of people like them.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Even people are like, or people are just like, oh, should I listen to them? Or I'm intrigued by all this hype. Or so like you said, it has like a knock-on effect.
Yeah.
Because then it has other people going, why do I not like this band if everyone else likes this band?
Yeah.
And like loads of little stuff like that. So yeah, I get it. What I've written for them is, are they good? Yes. Are they great? Not by any stretch of the means. These guys are the definition of how the music industry works now. Not one EP, not one album, only released singles, nearly 250,000 listeners, and they're playing on the main stage of Download. That tells you all you need to know about how the music industry works, how Spotify and streaming bands work now.
Yeah.
You don't even need to make an album to be big.
No.
Not at all.
Again, we've spoken about even the CEO of Spotify has come out and said, like, albums don't work anymore. You know, you can't release an album every 2 years and expect people to remember who you, well, not remember, but not forget about you. You know, you need to be releasing regularly so people don't forget about you. And another thing, which I should have said actually in our Spotify thing, and I've thought about it a few times since and kept forgetting, so I'm going to say it here, even though it's going to be a long one again. A lot of albums have just released a load of filler tracks. They've got like 3 or 4 really good songs and gone, right, we'll stick a few filler songs to release this as an album, and ripped people off basically because it was a load of shit apart from the decent songs. I haven't got anybody specific in my mind, but that has happened. Of course it has. So this is kind of cutting that out. You know, people can't just release a load of shit with a couple of good songs anymore. Yeah,
I think singles are the way to go. I don't want to say too much about the strategies that people use or whatever, because, you know, but you can clearly see that this is how it works. And you go onto a lot of bands and singers and artists' pages, and, you know, it's mostly EPs and singles, and these guys are doing big numbers. It's just the way that people listen to their music these days. If you can, well, I think I've said this before, if you can get your song on a good playlist, then you're going to get loads of listeners and people are going to want more. But yeah, like he said, it's kind of like YouTubers. The biggest YouTubers are the ones that put videos out every day.
Yeah.
Because people just like constant content.
Yeah.
If you do one video, go away for 6 months and then come back and do another video, you know, generally you're not going to have as many followers as someone who releases a video every day. So that's just the way things are now. It's, you know, it's not a dig or a stab at the way it works. It's just, if you're in a band, you got to move with the times.
Yeah.
Otherwise you will get left behind. So just, you know, that's just how it works. But yeah, are they good? Yeah. Are they great? Not by a long stretch. I can see why people like them, but hey, they're just doing the right shit. So fair play to them.
Yeah, exactly. Can't take it away from them.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, next up is Powerwolf with 1.2 million listeners. Powerwolf simply combine all aspects into a rousing, goosebump-evoking overall experience that earns them a reputation as one of the best live bands ever has introduced. Well, anyway, the credo is and remains metal is religion.
Have they just translated this from German to English?
Maybe.
If it's not making that much sense.
Yeah, they're German, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe it probably has been translated from German. I'm not going to check it. Whatever. What do you think of Powerwolf?
I've just literally written melodic/orchestral metal, full stop.
Cool.
I have nothing more to say about Powerwolf.
I don't know if I've listened to them. I don't think I did.
It's not my kind of thing, but probably be big with the DL crowd.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think I got around to listening to this playlist at all. I was trying to concentrate on the other ones because they were smaller bands that I'd never heard of before. I know roughly most of these bands. Next up is Alestorm with 884,000 listeners. I'm going to enjoy this one. Avast ye landlubbers! From the deepest, darkest depths of the Caribbean comes Ailstorm, a drunken band of pirates on an epic quest to drink your beer, steal your rum, and be the greatest damn band that ever did sail the seven seas. From humble beginnings, playing shows to farm animals in a field somewhere in eastern Scotland, Ailstorm have evolved into an international party machine hell-bent on conquering album charts and festival stages throughout the world. With their infectious brand of pirate metal and their dashing good looks. Somehow they've managed to convince hundreds of thousands of people from New Zealand to Argentina to Lithuania and everywhere in between, except Portugal, except Paraguay. What? Everywhere in between except Paraguay. That's it. That it's cool to wear a pirate hat and sing stupid songs about getting drunk and stealing ships. So prepare your spleens, because Ailstorm are coming to kick ass and chew gum, and they're all out of ass. Also, they have a giant inflatable duck. Does your band have a giant inflatable duck? No, I don't think so.
That's how you do a funny write-up.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Thoughts on Ailstorm?
Yeah, they're cool, man. You know, pirate metal. Sounds like a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of clips of people at their shows having a really, really good time. I wouldn't listen to them, but I'd certainly see them live because they look like they're a hell of a lot of fun. So yeah, but I expect this to be very popular with download peoples, especially on the main stage. It will be quite fun to see how a general audience reacts to it. People that don't quite know what they're in for.
Yeah.
I think it will be quite an interesting one just to watch the people and what their reaction to it is. But yeah, either way, it's fun. Sometimes take all the seriousness away and you've got to have a bit of fun. And that is what these guys obviously do. So yeah, up for it.
Yeah. Have you, I don't really know much by Ailstorm, but have you listened to Korpiklani yet? Korpiklani. I'll send you a song or two.
Okay.
Good. Well, very good. Probably pretty much what Ailstorm are. I'm not sure. But yeah, it does sound very piratey. Rise Against are next with almost 6 million listeners. I still don't understand how they went under my radar for so long. I thought they sort of were kind of like a one-hit wonder and then drifted away, but they didn't.
Big band. Yeah, big band.
So if ever there was a perfect time for a new album for the outspoken, socially conscious, multi-gold and platinum punk rock band Rise Against, it's right now. Nowhere Generation, due out June 4th on Loma Vista Recordings, is blazing and aggressive, fusing old-school punk attitude with a post-hardcore fury. Nowhere Generation was recorded at the Blasting Room in Fort Collins, Colorado, under the tutelage of Jason Livermore. I've heard of him, actually. I have. Andrew Berlin, Chris Beeble, and longtime producer-engineer Bill Stevenson from Black Flag and Descendants, who has worked with the band on nearly all of their acclaimed releases since their sophomore effort, 2003's Revolutions Per Minute, and is often described as Rise Against two S's again. Alliteration. Rise Against three even the same. Their fifth member.
Is that it?
That's it. Revolution Per Minute, and is often described as their fifth member. Who they're talking about? Bill Stevenson.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, this band huge, like massive sort of post-punk band, tons of hits. I'm not personally a fan. What?
Oh, it sounded like that was at me. Tons of hits. Oh, really?
Tons of hits.
Just one. There's
tons of hits.
As I was aware.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they've got a shitload of plays. I know a lot of people that love this band, have loved them since, back in the day. But not my thing. But I caught a little bit of them at Download 2018. I was sitting on the grass with my friends, just chilling, and they were playing, and I thought, wow, this sounds pretty good actually. So they're probably quite grand to watch live. So I think they'll go down quite well on the main stage.
Cool. I'm interested in what you think of this next one, actually. Volbeat. Pretty much 4.5 million listeners. The saying goes that while we may be through with the past is never really through with us. For their 7th album, Rewind, Replay, Rebound, the multi-platinum selling Danish rock band Volbeat, Michael Poulsen on guitars and vocals, Rob Caggiano on guitars, Kasper Boy Larsen on bass, and John Larsen on drums, have built upon the DNA distinct psychobilly punk and roll. I'll try that again. Have built upon the DNA distinct psychobilly punk and roll sound they are known for. They have made their sound fresh for themselves and for their diehard legion of fans by distilling from and playing homage to rock and roll's rich, storied past. The end result finds the band reaching a creative summit. With their own nearly 20-year history, which... Oh no, I was thinking of Rise Against again. Fuck me. With their own nearly 20-year history, which includes tours with Metallica, Motorhead, Slipknot and beyond, over 1.5 billion streams, a 2014 Best Metal Performance Grammy nomination for Room 24, for Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies, and multiple Danish Music Award wins, Volbeat return with an album that, when all is said and done, will help usher in the rock and roll surgence that is both long overdue and inevitable. It also aims to bring rock back to the forefront. Do you like Korn? Not Korn, I just read Korn. Do you like Volbeat? I scrolled down a little bit to see who was next, and then read
Not
Korn.
the right band.
Oh, dear.
You've just spoiled it for everyone.
Again.
Oh,
Dear.
no. Yeah, I mean, Volbeat have everything. They got metal, they got rock, they got fucking rockabilly, punk, all rolled into one, literally. I've just never been able to get into this band.
No, nobody has.
I'm not sure. I mean, I like them, and Vicky really likes them. When she plays them, I'm like, they're really good. I've caught them a couple of times at Download as well and been like, they're really good. But I don't know. I never have the feeling to stick on Volbeat. I don't know why. But every time I hear them or see them, I'm like, yeah, they're wicked. Really good. And, I mean, they're massively popular with the Download crowd.
Yeah.
So they're going to be huge. And like you said, they've toured with some of the biggest bands. So I think they're going to be really good at Download again, and we'll probably end up watching them.
Yeah. Cool. I've never been a fan. I've never tried to listen to them outside of festivals, but whenever I've heard them at festivals, I was just kind of bored. It was just generic rock that I wasn't really interested in.
Oh,
But maybe
okay.
I should try and listen to them. I should. I should listen to this.
Yeah, give them a
playlist,
chance.
actually.
Give them a chance. You might be surprised.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think most people I know who have heard of them, they just go sort of, nobody likes Volbeat. It seems like not many people like
well,
them,
I mean,
but
that's untrue because they've got
it
a lot of listeners.
must be, but yeah, then it seems like they're nobody's favourite, but a lot of people like them a lot. Maybe I don't know. I could be. It's a massive guess. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to drumroll. Nobody knows what this band's going to be. Korn, with 7.4 million listeners. Korn changed the world with the release of their self-titled debut album. It was a record that would pioneer a genre, while the band's enduring success points to a larger cultural moment. Since forming, Korn has sold 40 million albums worldwide, collected 2 Grammys, toured the world countless times, and set many records in the process that will likely never be surpassed. Vocalist Jonathan Davis, guitarist James Monkey Schaffer and Brian Head Welch, bassist Reginald Fieldy Arvizu, and drummer Ray Luzier have continued to push the limits of the rock, alternative and metal genres, while remaining a pillar of influence for legions of fans and generations of artists around the globe. I've just realised as well, I'll say it after. Let's talk about some Korn. Let's talk about Korn a little bit. We both love Korn.
I mean,
everyone knows that.
what's to say, really?
Yeah.
I mean, a huge influence. They're still influencing people now. You mean, like modern metal and modern metalcore and all that sort of stuff still has elements of Korn in it. I mean, they reinvigorated the kind of, teen angst thing in the early 90s all the way to late 90s, 2000s. I mean, they've also been I know we talk about Papa Roach being very good album-wise. Korn have been almost completely consistent with albums.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever released a bad album. Very consistent with songwriting. And, you know, on top of all that and all of everything, they're fucking incredible live. They're just amazing. Like, they seem to get better every time I see them. It's just insane. I've never known a band like it to been going this long and just seem to get better and better live.
Yeah.
It's just mad. I mean, yeah, I won't be missing a single note because they're just so brilliant. And it's been a while since we've had, I think the last download they played was 2016 as well. So they haven't played at Download for quite some time. So that's exciting. Probably a lot of new people that had never seen Korn before will get a chance.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for them. You know, for someone who's never seen Korn before, I think they're really going to be blown away. So I'm buzzing. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely same as you. I've seen a lot of people like shouting to have Korn headline recently, but then I've also seen a lot of people saying, well, they're not big enough anymore. They dropped the ball a little bit. But I think that's, like you said, all of their albums are good. But I think people are just a bit short-sighted at the fact that they haven't released any singles that are as good as the earlier ones, like Follow the Leader, Got the Life, all the ones they released around that sort of period. And they're all like incredibly massive singles. And I think people have just gone, well, they haven't got the
Well, I mean,
singles.
that's debatable. I think they've released much better stuff since then.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they've put out better singles than them, but not as, you know, earth-shattering. Just because around that time, they were selling so many, every band from that genre was selling so many records.
Yeah.
It was just ludicrous. You know, they're the songs that people are always going to remember. But I think they've definitely released better songs since then.
Yeah.
They just haven't had as much impact on society as those albums really. I mean, they were at the forefront. I mean, you know what it was like at that time. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, or Korn.
Yeah.
Papa Roach. You literally could. They were in the video games. They were on the TVs. They were on the radio. People were talking about them. I mean, it was just, if you weren't alive or you didn't take notice at that time, you'll never understand. It was mad. It was absolutely mad.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was crazy. It's hard to sort of define and put into words how big these bands actually were. So yeah, people always going to remember those songs more than the new ones.
Yeah, that is very well put. That is pretty much exactly what I was trying to sort of say. But I
didn't mean to steal your thunder.
I would have failed massively. So yeah, you've just basically saved my ass again, like you quite often do, and you just know the right words to say at the right times.
Who knows why?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, exactly that. They're not as, like you said, it's not as earth shattering anymore. Not as I don't know. Well done, thank you. Right. I was going to say in the middle of that. I know I've skipped over Tremonti. I don't know if you had Tremonti in your notes.
I did, but I didn't correct you because I was like, oh, maybe they're not on there.
Well, they've been taken off of the website. I'll check again quickly now. So I was.
Well, I was on the website earlier today, and they were on there.
Were they?
Yeah.
On the Artist A to Z?
No,
bit?
just on the poster.
Yeah, so I was on the Artist A to Z.
Oh,
bit.
okay. So maybe they have taken them off, but they haven't updated the poster because the poster still has them on.
Yeah.
Oh well, they either will or they won't.
Let's go down to the bottom. S. I bet they're fucking there now. I just missed them somehow. The Raven Age, Trash Boat. Yeah, they're not on this Artist A to Z bit anymore. So I don't know if they pulled out, but they released an Instagram post like only a couple of days ago saying that they'll be doing a UK tour and they had Download on there. So I don't know. We should probably talk about them here now anyway, because they might be there. They probably will be there, but I don't know why they're not on the website. So I don't know how many listeners they've got. Do you want to let people know what you thought? I really like Tremonti. Really good.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's the guitarist from Creed and Alter Bridge, so massively incredible guitar player, absolutely brilliant. And yeah, they're just like really good crafted songs. Singer's really good, awesome riffs, like heavy rock stuff. Yeah, I'm up for it. Normally anything related to that sort of Creed or Alter Bridge. Mars Kennedy's very good. I think they're just a very good talented sort of bunch of people
Yeah.
that can just kind of literally just go off and do anything they want, and normally it's pretty good.
Yeah.
They don't really drop the ball on stuff. So yeah. But my sister's boyfriend Matt is a huge Tremonti fan, so he would be biffed to see them. He's not going.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's whenever I listen to them, I'm like, and my friend Alex as well was like, dude, they're sick. So yeah, cool.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I quite enjoy. I'd never really heard of them until maybe the last 6 months, something like that. But yeah, it was really good, I thought. So I probably will go and check them out if they are there. So yeah, the last one headlining on the Sunday at Download, the main stage, is Biffy Clyro. They got 1.6 million listeners, and Biffy Clyro have emerged from their independent beginnings to become Britain's premier rock band. Can't argue against that. The success of their huge-selling, critically acclaimed album is matched by the scale of their live show. Renowned for their incendiary blend of exuberant energy. Oh my god, why would they have this on the last band that I fucking read? I think I did okay. Renowned but for their incendiary blend of exuberant energy, sheer emotion, and dazzling visuals, Biffy Clyro have headlined leading festivals all over the world. That they have. And, yeah, like we said before, they deserve to be there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Whatever people say to you.
Incredible. Say it again?
Whatever people say to you, they're wrong. If they're telling you they shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If someone says you Biffy Clyro should be heading Download, then they are wrong. This band have been playing Download since 2004. You know, they've been going up the bill from the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, they've played everywhere. They've had songs on the radio. They can do soft stuff. They can do heavy stuff. They can do prog stuff. They are just a fantastic band that don't normally get hated on at other festivals. Other festivals are quite happy to have them play.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the Download crowd seems to have an issue with Biffy Clyro, and I'm not quite sure why. It fits in perfectly with Download. I don't understand why people have such a disdain for this band. I think it's because they played higher up on Reading and stuff like that, and people called them a Reading band.
Right.
They were fucking playing Download before they were playing Reading. Yeah. So they're a Download band. So put that in your pipe and smoke it if you listen to this and you've got a problem. But also, they are very good. And I can honestly say that Biffy Clyro headlining Download in 2017 is one of my top 5 all-time Download performances. It was absolutely incredible. And I am really, really looking forward to seeing them headline again. So if you want a really great show with some really good songs, go and see Biffy Clyro, because you won't be disappointed. They are excellent, and they're British, and they're headlining. What else? What more would you want from a band? Do you know what I mean? A band that's worked all the way up the lineup over the last 16 years to headline. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah,
great band. Happy to have them, and I think a great way to cap off the festival. I think it's be a fantastic end. And
unless, of course, they don't headline. You might have seen some more recent news than I have, but hasn't he cancelled a few shows because of his voice?
Oh, I don't know.
I
haven't seen anything about that.
Well, I could be completely wrong as well then at this point, but I think I've seen that they've had to cancel a few shows. He said he's got a problem with his voice, and the last time he had to do it, he was off for 3 months. His throat, I guess, with vocal voice box was getting better. So there has been rumours that they might not be able to play. And Corn would have to headline then, wouldn't they?
I would be hugely disappointed if they didn't headline the Sunday. No matter who they got, even if it was a band that I love even more than Biffy Clyro, I would still be disappointed, because I think they deserve to be there, and I think people should see them at Download. So people are always going, all these old bands playing Download. Where are these bands that don't headline? Well, Biffy Clyro. Hello, McFly. Tap on the head. Do you know what I mean? Jesus. McFly.
Okay.
So yeah,
that could be interesting. Cool. Like I said, I could be completely wrong about that then, because if it was that big a news, it would be as big as everybody would be talking about it. So maybe I got it wrong.
You'd want to, if you were Andy Coppingen team, you would want to let people know that the headliner would have changed at least 2 or 3 weeks before the festival started, because it would change, tickets and not that people get a refund or anything, but I think that you'd add more if the headliner was another big band. Yeah. So I think if that's going to happen, if you don't hear about it in the next week, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they'll play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't, they'd know, and they would change it with time with someone else in mind. So
yeah.
I would say in a court of law that's hearsay until proven otherwise. Until we've got some hard evidence,
Yeah.
But yeah, if that happens, hey, we'll report on it on the next episode. But hopefully Biffy do play, because I'm looking forward to him.
Awesome. Yeah, so well, that wraps it up. As you said, next episode we will be talking about pretty much everything else that you might have seen or might have thought about what might be happening at the festival. We'll go over some of the bands that have dropped out, some of the bands that have come in after they've dropped out. I know they're not actually replacing the Pretty Reckless. They are giving everybody else longer sets on that stage. And it'll just be little things like that. Mm-hmm. I am afraid I will probably just go and rip a load of stuff off of Facebook, because there's a lot of questions being asked at the moment in all the groups that I'm in, and they're really good questions and they're really good answers. So, I would always like to say I'll just do my own research. I'll find out all this stuff, but it's good stuff. So I'll probably just go and take
bring them. Can I just say before we move on quickly? Now we've done the 3 days. Overall, I honestly think this is one of the strongest download lineups in a long time.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't have rushed off.
No, it's okay. Don't. That's all right. I'm just saying. Yeah. I just looked at the poster and I thought, overall, for me, it fantastic. I am going to be running around this festival trying to see as many bands as I can, because there's so many good bands playing. I think they've done a fantastic job with really padding it out with bands, and a lot of the bands that I want to see are very good homegrown talent bands, which is excellent for the British music scene, which is something we have to look after and get it up there. So I'm haps, mate. Overall, awesome. I think we're gonna have a bloody good festival watching some of these bands.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Yeah, it's one of the best ones in a long time. Yeah, that could be just because I've actually checked out some of the smaller bands and I like some of them. I haven't done that really for a long time.
I was just thinking when you said that. Do you wish you could go back in time now and kind of do it with some of the other years, because you might have discovered some bands that you really loved?
Yeah, pretty much.
I've done the same though. In the early years, when you're just starting out to go to download, you don't really think about these kinds of things. And looking back on some of the old lineups, I'm like, oh my God, some of these bands, why didn't I go and see them? I'm such an idiot. But that's just having hindsight. At the time, I didn't care.
Yeah.
But looking back at them, I'm like, oh man, I could have seen so many good bands. But it's just one of those things that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't see every band.
No, well, yeah, because like you said, when I first started going, there was all these bands, I'd never seen any of them. And then I was just slowly ticking them off. And I know I've said on my show before, there was probably a good 3 or 4 years that I was going that I saw an average of 3 or 4 bands each year. And by that point, I had ticked off most of the bands that I'd wanted to see. And I didn't really get into any new bands in that time. So I went just for the holiday every year, just for the camping in a field with a load of friends. I didn't go on. I went on holiday when I was 15 to America. The next time I went on holiday was when I got with Kelly, so only about 7 years ago.
Wow.
I would have been 29. Yeah, I went like 14 years. Download was my only holiday every year, so I wasn't too bothered about the bands. But yes, like you said, now at the time, I generally don't regret stuff. But yeah, I'm sure there were many, many bands that I would have enjoyed if I had checked them out.
That's what I think every time. So I was just going to say, hold on. I was just looking. I wrote down all the bands I've seen at Download.
Okay.
Right. So up to now, this doesn't include the pilot. I've watched entire, and I'm talking. This is entire set. So this isn't just walking past watching one song. I've watched 75 entire sets at Download before, and I'm thinking, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
75 entire gigs I've watched at Download. Different bands. I've seen some of those bands multiple times
Yeah.
and watched the full sets.
So is that included
but
in
yeah,
your 75 or is that 72,
No,
75?
75 bands,
So
but I
much
may
of
have
the
watched
sets.
those
Okay.
bands 2 or 3 times or whatever. Yeah, I went through all proper nerd.
That's very
I
cool.
went through and went,
Yeah.
no, didn't watch all of them. I watched that full set. I remember those sort of things because I don't know, my brain
Yeah.
just works that
That's
way.
crazy.
It's probably, a slight form of autism that I have where I just remember that kind of stuff.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's probably. So I'm definitely on the scale somewhere with this kind of stuff. No one remembers all this sort of weird music stuff,
Yeah.
and isn't on the scale somewhere. So it's I'm on there somewhere, maybe. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting thing when I.
That was interesting, yeah. Thank you for... that sounds sarcastic. I don't want that to sound sarcastic. Thank you. That really was interesting.
Thank you, you piece of trash. Shut the hell up.
Okay, should we wrap this episode up?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, so, like you said, this is going to be an awesome festival. I can't wait. 3 weeks. We will still be drunk in a field in 3 weeks. We wouldn't have gone to bed yet. We'll be running around behind people with 2 halves of a coconut, banging them together. So next episode we'll be talking about all the extra things that might be going on over the weekend, all the bits that we haven't spoken about. You've got the Bawdy takeover, which has been a big thing recently. I had never even heard of it before. I didn't know they did it. I did not know
What?
about the Bawdy takeover.
How you've
No.
gone to everyone? How did you not know about the Bawdy
I
takeover?
didn't know about it.
Oh my
The only
lordy
band
lord.
I knew that music that you ever really had in the Dog Tooth, not the Dog Tooth, the Dog House was Cunt and the Gang, and he was there for like 4 years in a row or something, wasn't he? I don't remember ever seeing any other bands playing that.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, it's really crazy. But yeah, there's so many other things that we're going to talk about that's happening over the weekend, like bands that may have pulled out, bands that have joined that we didn't talk about through this. So loads of stuff. If you wanna get involved, speak to us, talk to us on social media, or send us an email and say that I want to hear you talk about this, and we'll try and cover most of it anyway, or all of it. But talk to us, reach out to us. It would be awesome to hear from you. It would be awesome to hear from you with telling us what you love about Download. I'm asking for this probably for the 3rd time this episode, but I so want this episode that we're releasing on the morning of Download to be an awesome episode, just full of positive energy, just to bring people up, just to what's the right words?
Pump them up,
yeah,
man.
pump them up.
Yeah,
That's the one.
pump them up. We want people to be like, I mean, people are already going to be buzzing,
Yeah.
but like Adam said, we want it to be a really, upbeat episode with not that our episodes aren't never upbeat, because they are, but I mean, like,
Uplifting.
we want it just to hear, uplifting. We want to hear from everyone, and we want to hear how excited people are about Download and about just going and being a part of the community again. It's been such a long time. I think we're all going to have so much fun. We want to hear how excited you are, because we could do an episode where me and Adam just sit here and talk about how excited we are for 2 hours. We could just do an episode how excited we are for Download, whole episode. So this is exactly what we want to do with this short episode. We'll just condense it. Otherwise it will be 5 hours long. But yeah, like Adam said, send us your stuff, send us a voice message. If you don't want to do that, then just send us something we can read out. We'll read stuff on your behalf if you just want to send us a message, and we'll read it on the episode so everyone else can hear your thoughts and be as buzzing as you on Download morning.
Yeah. Awesome.
And a few happy birthdays wouldn't go in this, as it's going to be my birthday.
I actually forget about that.
As it's going to be my birthday,
naughty.
yeah.
Yes, all of that's good stuff. Thank you. And yeah, come and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on that. Go and follow Simon, or subscribe, like and subscribe, and periodically maraud that bell.
Maraud that bell, yes.
No one's had that one before. Everyone tries to use
Oh my
different
God.
weird things. So just periodically maraud it.
I am fucking stealing that for my next video. Yeah, if you like the channel and you want to keep updated, maraud that bell. Love it.
Pillage that subscribe. No, I don't know. That's not quite good.
No, Maraud's the
Moral,
one.
yes. Yeah, it's awesome stuff on YouTube. We talked about it earlier. Really good stuff. Go and check that out as well. Give him some love. Give us some love. We will. We see you in 2 weeks. I think I've covered everything, haven't I? Dear Download 2003 is our email address. Dear Download Podcast is what you can find us on all the social medias. Tell your friends about us. Tell your enemies about us. Rent a plane and write it in the sky. Do that sort of thing. I don't know what you'd want to do.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, we should probably go. This has been really cool 3 episodes. We've got one more to go, one more proper episode, one more little episode, and then we'll be on our way. Oh, looking forward to it.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Right, anything I have missed from that bit, Simon?
Nah, man.
No, awesome.
Nah, man.
Well, it's time to go. Simon Bond is his YouTube, actually. Simon Bond YouTube. Got that one. All right, it's time for us to go. So it's goodbye from Simon.
Goodbye.
And a goodbye from me. Goodbye.